So as we're, getting started, you all are hanging out at the tavern. You're talking about your past adventures, basically sharing in character what's happened over the last couple days, and finally having that final moment at the tree and understanding that the druid that you accompany has an important role in the recovery of Gaia and how these trees might have played a part or have a part to play. And you're all examining Kai's newfound gift, this staff that was essentially provided because he put so much of himself in repairing the tree. And so go ahead and describe to us what your staff does, Guy.
Oh yeah, did I attune or did I whatever it was that?
Yes, you identified it.
You identified it.
Yeah, and we have it written out now.
So I have a picture of Milo in front of my chat box, blocking most of the chat.
Okay, move your mouse. Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was. It was behind the chat, so I was confused. Okay, yeah. So I have this staff, the wood sprouted out in front of me at the Terra Gaia with a vine that wrapped around it, that with my watery essence turned an icy blue. And so I can basically use it to cast Goodberry, give us some snacks and supplies.
Ooh.
And then I've got I can throw it and it turns into an icicle to attack people with.
Oh my god.
Or
Really cool.
I can throw it really hard and it turns into a wave that I can attack people with.
I'm fascinated by this.
How often can you do that? That's amazing.
The wave is once a day. The icicle seems to be as often as I can keep a hand on it, and the good berries are recharging.
And so go ahead and click those. I gave them to you in your inventory. It'll give everyone a better idea of their use, their value. It puts a number on the value.
Oh yes.
Ooh, Tide Pods.
These are the berries.
Yes, my staff of tides, the berries,
Wait,
Oh no.
tide pods.
did you brew this entire staff just so that you could use this pod?
No, that was honestly a happy accident. And I texted Dylan, and that was the second I thought of it.
Oh my god.
They taste like mint and lime.
Mint in line.
One hit.
Oh,
point.
that's right. I've heard of those things. They're real healthy. Let me get one of those.
I've never eaten a Tide Pod.
I will.
I've never had to do laundry before.
That image is so good.
It's perfect.
Do our mouths foam up when we eat them?
Foams up with 1 hit point. Yes,
Amazing.
that's what hit points taste like.
Yum.
Am I at max or no? What am I
It's
at?
like a potion, but not.
It's,
Yeah,
it
we
is-
should. We're in the main city. We should be all well rested and all healed. Yeah, you should be full.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, everyone can do a long rest.
Do I still have yeah, I guess I would lose a spell slot because I had to heal or rest to do that. Never
Mhm.
mind.
And so, just as we're easing into this session too, I would like for everybody to check out downtime when you have a chance.
Ooh,
Okay.
let's do downtime.
Yes.
Oh, what's everybody's max HP?
Whoa,
Oh shit.
that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, as Laszlo, the support character, I am specifically giving you more options to customize your character, and you'll look at the very bottom because your support,
Yeah.
like this is how you'll support others by like researching designs, as well as all these other kind of like template tiers that you all see. I have a good idea of what's going to go there, but these are going to be the things that you discover as your character basically interacting with the world, essentially giving you, the way I'm looking at it, like a magic item that you're actively working towards.
What does support mean though?
So support, that because you're the alchemist and you're an artificer, you're supporting your allies. This is like your direct support. And so, for example, you already supported Bruce. You actually crafted his smoke bombs, and you gave him great like ideas to use in his own gadgetry. So that you have already unlocked the next tier for Bruce specifically.
So it's just like whatever, like anything that I can do to like help them out, I guess.
Yeah, and so every person in your squad here, they will all have like a specific way you can help them.
Okay, okay.
And for everyone else, it's more or less like new techniques that you can use in combat or new magic like affinities. Like let's just say for Kai's example, like he can focus on throwing ice instead of water. And then maybe like Salvatore, like you can actually delve into the other blood hunter kind of skill sets. And Bruce, I figured you'd want to go like martial arts. So all of the different martial arts, they have like an impact on your playstyle because they add, you know, unique abilities. And like Alonso's, like he'll have a lot of hunting and the connection with other planes, like ways that he'll be able to bridge the gap, so to speak. So everybody has like something unique they can work towards, and I'm leaving them kind of like as open-ended where you're figuring them out, because maybe something that you specifically push towards, like that can be something that we can make into this downtime like activity, you know?
I have a question. If that's
Yes.
Okay. I have like 3 different alchemy stuff.
Yeah.
What is the difference?
So,
So I got reactive, exotic, and infusions.
as I mentioned, you specifically get more, and that's because you're an alchemist, you're a support type character. So the ones that you can already see, all of the parentheses alchemy, that's like a specific to your subclass. And everybody else, they have 2 per stat. You have 3 per stat.
Okay.
So like, for example,
So curative would be like a healing, but what would be an exotic?
you'll have to find out.
Okay.
So it's basically, those are recipes for you specifically. Like other people are getting spells and such. You'll definitely get spells too, but those are specifically recipes having to do with alchemy.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm open to questions. This is like a fun homebrew thing I'm trying.
Can I get downtime to be a baker?
Yes, you can work towards that.
Amazing.
I have some that are like intelligence 1, intelligence 2. Do you want us to come up with stuff to write in for that, or did you?
So imagine it this way.
Yeah.
That is just a placeholder. So it's like you're
Okay.
looking at a grayed out button right now. So basically, as you're interacting with the world, I will replace it because you learn about this thing that you can do more. Or yes, we come up with one. Like we figure out like, oh, this is what my character would definitely be doing with their downtime. But that doesn't mean like you're limited to these things in the downtime list. Like let's say, for example, Bruce wants to go fight crime one night. Like that'll be like its own separate type of activity. This is stuff that you can actively work towards in downtime.
And since we did just do a long rest, can we roll for downtime?
No.
Just checking.
Oh yeah. Well, I want to give it like sparingly, and it has to be earned. Also, I think we did one recently, like when you guys slept over at that Harry guy's house.
Is there
Okay.
like a specific amount of in-game time it would take to be considered downtime?
More or less like a long rest, you're recovering.
Long rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I would say half the time your long rest, you'll earn one of these. And the better you describe it, you know, the more beneficial.
Okay. So when, and not necessarily like the length of a long rest, but you're like when we take a long rest. Because like if we're in town, it's usually like 12 hours, right?
Oh yeah, and if you're in like the main town and downtime, you might be rolling more too, you know.
Okay. This is fucking dope.
Yeah, trying something different. Anyway, what are you guys up to? What are your characters talking about? Who wants to explain what happened?
Oh, do we get to do downtime first or
No,
not?
you're not doing downtime
Oh,
tonight.
okay. Oh, dang.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of mulling over my my little journal that I keep full of
We had returned.
mechanics and or like drawings of gadgets and whatnot. Yeah, ideas and stuff.
Hmm.
And also the notes for our campaign. So
We had returned to Deep Rock after completing the mission at the tree. We had Milo give us all our pay and said that he was going to try to, see if we can get a little bit of a bonus. And we were going to hang out here and go visit the doctor, the good doctor who turned his daughter into a chimera. And then on the way, on the way back to, I cannot remember where we were going to go after seeing my father, but we're going to go visit my father and talk to him through a door really quick and just see how he's doing.
Mm-mm.
And then we needed to go see Grimwall. I have get bonus from Grimwall. I don't know who that is though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Grimwall is the gentleman, your advisor from Virgo. Essentially recruited Alonso and your team, Alonso being like the co-captain, to go
That's right.
and investigate the tree with Milo. So Milo was essentially put in charge. He was the arcanist assigned to, write up like legible reports to deliver back to Gaia. And so it was on behest of the Virgoan government. So that's who you were working for. And Grimwall is the one, your contact for them.
Got it. Cool.
Mm-mm. Very good. I guess Salvatore would just want to see how the area has been affected since the tree's healing.
Okay.
So
It's
he's
been
asking around, asking around to people.
Yeah, it's been 12 hours, but you watch Salvatore go outside. Have you seen the changes? It hasn't been long enough for there to have been
I didn't
changes.
say I did that. But
Yeah, because
he's asking around. He's just trying to see, anyways.
For sure. Make a persuasion check as you're asking people to maybe share about their day and like how nature might have been a effect, like a hindrance.
Fuck off, cat.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that just don't acknowledge you talking to them and they just go about their own business and you get a little bit discouraged, and so your enthusiasm for this good deed that you gave to the world starts to dwindle as people take less and less interest in you. But one old man, shaking his cup up at you, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's been good weather lately."
Oh, very good. And then I give him a silver coin.
"Oh, Gaia bless you." He takes it out, he kisses it, tucks it in his shirt pocket.
I immediately go and tell my friends, guys, the world is better, please. It's turning better.
Yeah.
Cheers to
Are
that.
we gonna head to Dr. Elric's place? Like, wasn't that our plan?
Hey, but hold on, before we go there, let me here. First of all, Laszlo, here's your fancy crossbow back. I really appreciate that. That was super handy in a time of need. And then I'd like to go
Oh,
shopping
thank you.
and get myself some more arrows before we go visit the doctor, because I don't know what's going to be going down there. And I'd also like to get off this heavy armor and I actually at this point I'm in my traveler's clothes, so I'm not really wearing my chain my scale mail. Just in my leather clothes, and I'm holding my chain. I'm I'd like to trade this out, get some leather armor for myself, trade this in for it. So that's part of my first little task here.
I would also like to get sneaky.
I would like some supplies as well.
Okay.
How much, or what's the armor class for hard leather? It was 12.
Studded leather is 12.
I'll stick with my noisy mail.
Okay, so who all's exchanging armor? Just type it up in chat, or things you'd like to buy, also type up. It'll help make the shopping stuff go a little bit speedier. But you, Alonso, you essentially let everyone know, make a history check, first of all, but the basics of which is that Deep Rock Port is a great place to buy and sell goods of most varieties. This is a trade hub, maybe even second only to Gaia, because it's connected by tram to Deep Rock, and this is you kind of helping give everyone a good geographical knowledge. It's connected by tram to Deep Rock, the main city, the city that your father lives in, but it's also Deep Rock itself, the main city, is also connected to the other two earthen nations, the Taran city of Gardenia and the Capricorn city of Choten. And so both of them funnel all of their trade goods directly to Deep Rock, and Deep Rock takes it to the port. So you have a whole variety of things you can buy here, and it's all at a relatively competitive price. So
I like to hear that.
Yeah, you are currently exchanging your
I'd actually realizing that I'm not really one quick on the tongue. I'd like to give this to somebody that could maybe talk their way into making this a nice even trade, because this armor is actually worth more than studded leather, but I know that those merchants can get a little tricksy, and I don't want to leave it up to chance. So anybody think they could move their tongue a little smoother than I can?
Not
I mean, I am from what's it called? Gemini? Yeah.
Yeah, Chesapeake.
Chesapeake. So I know my way around words.
All right, well I'll leave it to you then. Will you come with me and do the talking?
Sure, I'll give it my best shot.
All right, here, and I like just kind of throw the scale mail armor at him.
I collapse to the floor.
Well,
oh, I'm sorry. And I help him pick it up, and I like carry it with me. Well, I'll hand this to you or I'll hold it, and you just do the talking.
Give me a warning next time. Jeez.
okay, great. So you approach the merchant. It's only maybe a couple steps away. You're the most popular tavern in the city, and so it's very like appropriately located. As the last mistake, you head over to the nearby Hammer and Tongs. It's like a chain of blacksmitheries, and so as you enter in, you can see that he's pounding away at some chain link armor, and you offer both yours, or you're not offering yours. You're only offering Alonso's, Laszlo.
Only Alonso's. I like mine.
Okay.
I like having mine.
So go ahead and make a persuasion check as you try to get, good money out of it. It's obviously, he's not wearing it, so you could probably persuade him to think it's, hardly used. However, as he pulls it up to his face to inspect it, and he rubs his hands through it, sees a couple of marks where Alonso has taken damage in the past, like some corrupted spots and maybe some like cracked chain. He also rears back from the smell of it. Oi, all right, me friend, I'll give you 30 gold pieces.
30 gold?
Ah.
That's it. I don't know. This is... I mean, I guess I already... Like, this is weird doing the roll beforehand, but, I don't know. Like, I feel like I can go somewhere else and get a little bit more money. I mean, back where I'm from, this goes for at least 45 gold.
It's in tattered disarray, me boy. There's not really much I can do outside of rework it completely. I can just use the materials, I suppose. But 30 gold pieces where I stand.
I want to try taking it a little for a second, turning around and just doing my best to, like, with whatever I have in my Tinker's kit or whatever, just like polish it up and make it look a little bit nicer.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's doing,
yeah, what would you like to do?
While he's doing that, so and even with here doing this, we're just doing a trade. So again, I'm not asking for your gold. I just want to do a quick trade for your armor here. So would that sweeten it a little bit? Could we do 35 worth? And how about 35 worth for the armor, and I'll throw you 10 gold pieces, and we call it even.
And what would you like to purchase exactly? Studded
leather armor, sir. It's running price. I remember the city. I can't remember quite. So I mean, I think 35 and 10 gold should be about close to it.
Okay, make a persuasion check with advantage. And Laszlo, you can totally spruce it up a tad. You actually, right now, yes, you do, because he didn't roll very well. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand check, just as you're trying to quickly patch it up, make it look a little bit more presentable, so where he like thinks about it a little more.
Man, we're starting off with these stellar rolls right now.
Man, get him out of the way early.
However, he holds it in his hands and he looks it over a little bit, and he can tell like there was some craftsmanship to it, and maybe like Laszlo gave a little bit of embellishment. He agrees to your price, so yeah, you could totally swap it out for studded leather, 45 gold pieces.
All right. Well, I'll want me 10 gold, and I was gonna give you 10 gold. All right.
How you phrased it, yeah. So it costs you 10 gold and delete it.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Salvatore's right next to him, and he says, "Do you have any wondrous armor? Perhaps +2, 3?"
I look at him incredulously.
Yeah. You watch as the blacksmith kind of like looks over at you, and there's actually a couple of his apprentices that are just walking about idly. Everyone paused and looked at you, and then they all just kind of burst out laughing. Oh, that's a funny one, me lad. Look, We don't. That is very expensive goods, and honestly, magical armory ain't me trade. I can hook you up with some studded leather.
I suppose. The same deal as him? And I have the scale mail as well.
Well, you're presenting it like an entirely different scale mail, so go and make a persuasion check.
Okay. Well, okay. I don't know why it's taking me so long. With advantage.
Yours, as you're looking upon it, just has so many beetle like nibbles on it. You can tell that you got attacked by some dark sludge that's kind of creeping out one of the sides. And as you're holding it to him, he doesn't really want it.
So Salvatore like saw what Laszlo did, and he like turns his back real quick, goes.
Okay, make another persuasion check.
He just sort of like rubs the dirt and beetle juice around a little bit.
Yeah. And you watch as the beetle guts just give it this nice crystalline sheen, and it kind of like sparkles in the light a bit. And is this a +1 armor?
I mean, you're the expert here, but
okay,
ancient armor given to me my grandfather. He was a wealthy man, of course.
he'll give you the same price as Alonso.
Sounds good for +1 armor.
Yeah. So
Alright.
he holds it in his hands, and like there's sludge that's coming off of it from the mud that you tracked from the abomination, the plantoid one. And yeah, it's just in such disarray you couldn't even tell, but it's seen a lot of good use.
Okay, and now I got some very nice studded leather armor. Ooh, so sneaky now.
And so I will put that in your guys' inventories. One moment, please.
Do you by chance trade for gems, sir?
If you head over to the Deep Rock Bank, they will exchange crystals and gems for you. No problem.
Thank you.
I'd like to hand him my belaying pin and ask what he would offer me for this wondrous club that has so many uses.
A belaying pin?
Yes,
Yeah, that came with your sailor background, and so
it did.
it's
Yes,
yeah,
it
it's
came from the finest ship I've ever sailed, the most heartfelt and memorable ship.
wouldn't
And
you?
I'm offering you this gift.
So you don't want to keep it after telling me how important it is to you?
It's time for its luck to be passed off to another's hand.
Okay, I actually have to look up how much a belaying pin. I don't think they're much.
really
Before he, oh man, I was gonna say before he rolls, I was gonna come over and say, actually, druids value these goods more than gold. What he's given to you is far more valuable than you could ever imagine.
It's a belaying pin.
This is some fine wood here. You don't find this kind of stuff every day.
Okay, 1 silver piece.
Sold.
Okay. Yeah, they're actually worth 1 silver piece. So you got market price.
I got market price for a chunk of wood. That's great.
All right, I am adding the mail. What else is going on? Bruce, are you buying stuff?
Here, does he have weapons or just armor?
Yeah, this is a blacksmith. It's like a chain blacksmith, so think Walmart. If Walmart had blacksmiths.
Oh shit.
The
Okay.
hammer and tongs.
Also, follow-up question. I somehow have 10 batarangs. I
Yes.
know that wasn't true. So, should I pay for these or?
I think I did add them to your inventory. Also, Laszlo might have learned a new recipe that goes with your batarang, so
Schwa?
he should look in his downtime. Are you there, Chris?
Yeah, where do I go to downtime?
So if you click downtime and then the word, and recipes is actually something I'm gonna like make a journal page for you because you will have like crafting stuff. Also, whoever else has like
That's
something
cool.
they can craft with, I would
Yeah,
be
I don't
making
have
a.
something that says anything specific.
I will also take a look. But yeah, if there's anything you want to buy, and yes, you did not have 10 batarangs.
Okay. Well, I'd like to. I think I had 1 left, but I wanted to get back up to. I think I had 6 max
Okay.
last time. So I'll just pay for 5 daggers.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're cheap. Like 1 silver or 2 silver. Take a guess.
2 silver.
Ooh, they're 2 gold pieces each. Each dagger's 2 gold pieces.
I have this.
Don't care. So that's 10 gold.
Yep. If you're buying 5 of them, so however many you want to keep.
Yeah.
All right. So, just for your reference, Chris, you can click the word "support Bruce Wayne" and it'll have a little drop down. So this is what you can do though. So I'm gonna copy paste it in chat.
Okay. Able to craft his smoke bombs anywhere and at any time using your tools. And a returning batarang costs 1 dagger. Okay, so you'll put like what's needed if it needs something like the batarangs.
Yeah. So recipes and such, I basically have to write you up something. So don't worry about it right now. But yes, there will be recipe costs for a lot of these. Yeah.
But like the smoke bombs, because there's nothing specified. Do I need anything specific for that?
You are correct. There's nothing specified, so it's like you can craft them anytime, anywhere. Like you could pick up dirt and like make a concoction using a little bit of magic. So like that's free. Yeah, that's free.
That's dope. All right. Cool. But I can only, well, actually smoke bombs I can do anytime, but like, okay. And if I like continue supporting Bruce Wayne, like I'll get new stuff.
Yeah, more gadgets.
That's cool. And I guess I can do that with everyone. That's awesome.
Hmm.
I like that.
Some more supporty.
That's cool. That's cool. I have another question. I don't know what this is. I just used
that was what you found in the Ooblex, the one that was basically slapping at you, almost killed Milo. That was what you found.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
It was basically a substance of him that it was so pure and potent that you bottled it up and you can use it. And for those of you unaware of what solvent glue does, it's literally a solvent for everything. Like it can bind anything. It's permanent.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
That's cool.
You can also try and sell it.
Yeah, I want to. What can I get for this? And I hold it up.
To the blacksmith. He looks at it, he's like, what is it? And you can see he's curious, but he doesn't know what it is.
It's sovereign glue. It'll make anything stick together. It could be used for repairing, broken chairs. If a leg of the chair falls off, just glue that thing back together. Bam. Anything that's taken a lot of damage, you could just slap it back on together.
May I please roll a Arcana check to have more knowledge on the sovereign glue?
Yes, and Laszlo should as well, because it's worth knowing.
Damn it! Oh,
Just
out of character, I know a lot about it.
Laszlo, you can get a lot of money for this, and a blacksmith will not have that money nor that need for it. It is a very valuable thing in alchemical recipes. Very valuable.
Very valuable. Okay.
Very.
Well, I'm still curious. I already asked the question. So, what would you give me for this?
Well, a good glue. It's kind of rare around here. I suppose I give you 20 gold pieces.
And
Sounds like a
I
good
guess
deal.
I would, I could value it more for than that. So I'll hold it up. I'll pocket
Legendary's
it and
here.
like, turn around.
Legendary's here. Wondrous item.
Mhm.
Why is my
Wow.
working? Yeah, I just walk away.
Okay.
I don't even say goodbye or anything. I just walk away.
imagine if you found the big bad evil guy sleeping and you glued him to his bed or something.
That's the kind of shit you can get into with it.
I have 7 charges of it, so I don't know.
No, you only have 1 charge. Sorry.
Oh, okay, it said a 7 in the thing.
Yeah, that was me importing it. But you have 1 charge,
Okay, just
which
one
is good.
charge, 1 charge. Is there any alchemy or potion shops anywhere in the town? before?
Dr. Elric.
Oh, really?
We're headed
Ooh.
there anyways.
Well, I would also
Alright,
like
then.
to go to the
I'll just hold on to
exchange.
that.
I'd need to exchange these gems so we can get paid.
We got gems?
Mhm.
I have 12 gems.
Salvatore also has a gem from that Vergoan golem that you encountered when you were first leaving for Hildenborough.
An Aya gate.
Yeah.
Or gat or whatever.
Agate.
Agate.
Will you take the crossbow away from me? I don't want to be tempted to use it.
Here, what's fun is you should be able to do this, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. You can drop it on the ground. And it didn't work. It
I
destroyed
threw
it.
it on the ground.
It looks like it destroyed
I'm not
it.
part of your system,
Drag and
man.
drop from your character.
Yeah. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works.
It's like drop trading in Minecraft. You just literally throw it out there.
Like the Tide Pods, for example. You should be able to drop those.
Oh shit! I just dropped my rope.
Alright, stop dropping stuff.
Free rope?
I'll give it
But
back.
It's not on. It's not on the map. Fuck. All right.
Alright, one sec. I gotta reload anyway. One sec.
Guys, we're gonna ask him if we leveled up. All right.
Oh,
Oh.
Did
Not
we?
yet. Not yet. Nope. Not yet.
Ah.
Oh, damn. Well, you still have your rope. Does anybody else have rope so I can just copy it real quick?
I have rope.
I have rope.
I had 45 feet.
I have 50.
Okay.
But it's in my bag of
I'm
holding.
trying to remember what I used that for.
I think
used
you-
5 feet of rope at some
you-
point.
You intended to tie people up with it. And you did tie someone up, I remember.
Oh, that poor guy.
Kinky.
Oh, we tortured the shit out of him for no reason.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, who'd
Great.
you torture?
The dude with the box.
yeah. We were tying up that bandit for a bunch.
Oh, I wasn't there for that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I remember not being there for that, too.
Ooh, what's this place?
You've been here before.
Dr. Elric's. Elric's shop.
That's a sick.
I'm going in quietly. I'm not busting in the front door. I'm like trying to see if there's another entrance I can get in besides the front door.
Oh,
Wait, is
sure.
it sneaky
Oh, I
time?
was just going to go through the front door.
Am I supposed to only be seeing a map
Uh,
of a big lady?
of a big lady.
Oh, Virgo, and the equator.
Yeah, that's like the background. Try zooming out.
I know. Yeah, that's all I see. Let me reset.
Yeah, try refreshing. You guys can see like the yeah, because James said he saw it.
Mm-hmm. It's like
Oh, I see. Yeah, the laboratory
The
Yeah.
laboratory.
with whatever looks like a Tyrannosaurus head in the middle.
look at
That
this.
middle vial.
That's so sick.
Oh, there we go.
Cool.
Amazing.
So, was that everyone's shopping? Because you do have the gem, so we'll say, Bruce, you went to the bank and you were able to get the equivalent gold exchange. So I believe you had how many?
1,200 gems, or 12 gems worth 100.
Okay.
Is that right?
Wait. Wait.
Hold
You can roll once more. Alonso.
Once more?
For Alonso stealth.
on.
And then, yeah, Bruce. Garnets and tourmaline. I believe they were 15 gold each, which is still a lot.
15?
Or 50, sorry.
50. Okay.
I just want to make sure I'm not ripping you or giving you too much.
Yeah, I
Too
was like,
cocky.
that's a lot.
Wow, how did you get so much money? I could buy a gun with that.
You can make a gun with that. You make a couple guns with that.
Yeah, I remember it was like... Wait, no. You know what? I'm going to give it to you. You got 1,200 gold there.
Wait, what?
All right.
Damn.
All right, boys.
Bill's like, wait, what? What's going on?
So that's 240 each, and I'll distribute. We all took part. We all share the spoils. Enjoy.
Oh my god, I've never seen this much gold in my life.
Fantastic.
How much was that each?
240.
Dang.
Damn.
I'll regret that later.
I don't know what
Yeah,
to
you
do.
will.
Great. So you all approach.
Great.
This amount of money
Great.
to me, I'm like whatever about it because this doesn't really matter. But I just want to make sure everyone got their share.
I'm whatever about it because I don't understand money.
Salvatore's
So,
like, hell yeah.
yeah, money, money, money. Great. So you all are approaching Dr. Elrick's chambers. And is there anything in particular you all wanted to do? It sounds like Alonso's going in the back way.
Yeah, and I got way too cocky in my new quiet armor.
I'm going through the front door and just going to be like, Dr. Elric.
I'd like to, go around like to a side where there's a window or a balcony.
Ooh, I'll go with Bruce.
Oof.
Or I'll
Okay.
be searching for those things at least.
Yeah. So the very first thing you hear is a window latch open. And Dr. Elric sticks his head out and looks directly at you, Alonso.
Well, hello there, good doctor. How can I help you today? Just taking a stroll in this here building.
Smooth.
Boy, get inside. And he just gestures to come inside. And so everybody else is knocking meanwhile. So like Laszlo.
Yeah, I'm being loud and like,
Yeah.
Dr. Elric.
Yep. And so he'll go over to the door, like he's able to put two and two together. He's a smart guy. Please.
Doesn't look intimidating at all.
Yeah, maybe a little. Anyway, so he opens the door, making a big show of it. Please come on in. Hey, how'd the hunt go, my lads?
Well, it was very enlightening, I should say. I don't know if I necessarily approve of your said research.
What'd you do to your daughter?
Okay. Go ahead and make intimidation, Bruce, if that's what you want, and then persuasion or intimidation, Laszlo, because you guys are opening with that. Alonso, meanwhile, is there anything in particular you want to do? Like, you know the area, you can.
Also, do we still have the head?
Ooh.
No, turn that in.
I'm looking
I
to
do
see if
have
there's any.
chimera parts though in my inventory. I saw.
Mhm.
I have no, that's a manticore spike. Never mind, that was a different hunt.
I'm trying to find and see if there is any secret hidden like passageways or anything inside this building.
Okay, you can make a investigation check with the disadvantage. You will have more opportunities and they might get better. But right now it's like all happening all at once. And so as you ask him, you can tell that this is kind of like a topic he knew he was going to have to talk about, and so he was hoping to do it gracefully. All right, I mean, whatever you want to know, I am more than willing to share. Listen, you obviously recognized her, did you not, Alonso?
Yeah, that's why we're back here. You're lucky we're not back here sooner.
Well, I was hoping.
Heated.
I was hoping you were coming back with something I could salvage. You see, my daughter, as you might recall, was sick, deathly ill. It was her life's wish, her last wish, I should say. I held her in my arms, Alonso, and she told me if she could do anything, it would be to fly.
So you made her into that monster?
I did. What you consider a monster, Alonso, I understand. But to me, she was my baby girl.
I don't know. I saw her firsthand too. That did not look like a monster. And if she was your baby girl, why was she not here with you still? Like, why did we have to go hunt her down, as you so delicately put it?
I wanted her to be free. She has the spirit of a child. Even though she died at age 23, she was still a girl at heart, and all she wanted was to live her life in the skies, to fly. And I think how I helped her achieve that had consequences. And well, I hate to admit it, but she became a problem. A manticore of her size has got to eat.
And why didn't you tell us this sooner? Why not be upfront with it?
Why would I tell you to go kill my daughter?
Well,
Well, you
explain the
did.
situation just like you're doing right now.
Well, you all told me you were going to hunt down this manticore, that they were offering on every bounty board. See, I was hoping a group of heroes, more or less y'all, would go and solve my problem for me. Obviously, I didn't want to go outside and put my own daughter down. I was hoping some guy would do it for the gold coin coming right out of the coffers of the city.
Weak.
Well,
Weak.
I
Well,
don't
you're
get
not-
it why you would turn, even if this, none of this makes sense. So if you're turning your daughter into a monster, how is that helping her at all? Not to mention, how many other people are you doing this to? People don't want to be turned into monsters just because you're fulfilling some dream of theirs.
Well,
You're not horrified by what you've done.
y'all are different doctors then. Y'all might understand medicine differently, but I did what I could for her because I wanted to keep her alive. I wanted her to thrive and be who she wanted to be, and that was just to fly and be free. Does that not make sense? I was a father. I didn't kill her. In fact, I did everything I could to keep her alive.
I want to grab the nearest glass object and throw it on the floor.
Okay, make a sleight of hand.
Oh,
And what are you trying to remember?
can I remember if she seemed like she was in pain at all when we last saw her as a chimera?
Sure, make a history check.
I've been getting brick and stuff with Bruce.
You can tell that, like, while he somewhat understands, like, this is not anything that should be. You guys are jumping to conclusions in his mind, and that's what he's like, the rage of emotions that are flowing through him. Please stop, please. I'm being willing. What do you want me to say?
How could
Do I
you have
remember
done this
anything?
to her?
You're literally trashing his place.
Yeah.
Dude.
Kind of just got the urge.
Do I remember anything with an 18?
You recall that she was hungry and she was luring prey into her den. You can tell that she wasn't as human as humans can be. However, she tried to run. She tried to live. And you all killed her as she tried to get away.
Was there
What you-
any sense of human coming from that thing, or was this
Abomination.
Yes,
specifically, like,
it specifically recognized Alonso.
Yeah.
That was but that's like so like just like out of character. That's so like against what like Alonso is about, like that, like it's an abomination to him. It's a monstrosity. Like the very being of its nature is a monstrosity. So
Yeah. What you did, Dr. Elric, is a crime against humanity.
And don't
Crime
wizards
against nature.
already have spells to make you fly? Like, it's not like you had to experiment to make someone fly. Like, it's literally a thing that people do all the time.
Alonso hadn't thought of that. And he's
true.
like, "Hey, true, very true."
First off, I'm a doctor. I'm not a wizard. I don't-
I'm a doctor too, and I don't turn people into freaking animals.
Oh, it was too expensive to make my daughter fly, so I went ahead and turned her into a manticore. Oh yeah, perfectly makes sense.
Is it so wrong?
Do no harm. Do no harm.
There wasn't harm done.
Yes.
Don't
there
you
was.
understand? I tried everything to help her. Everything in my power. Sure, it was DIY, and I stitched her together with a lion and a bird.
And you thought she would be a friendly manticore?
I was
Did you even
hoping.
ask her?
Why
Did you
didn't
even
you
ask her if
About
that's
her
what she wanted?
humanity.
Of course I asked her. She
You
maybe
want to be a manticore?
I didn't specifically say, "Hey baby, do you want to be a manticore?" No, I said, "I will help you fly, darling."
You took away her
You're gonna burn.
humanity.
She was dying. You can tell he's angry, but he's
wanna
trying to
pull- I
salvage
wanna-
this.
I want to bolas his legs.
He's not combative, but you guys are all affronting him with this moral dilemma he already made.
Elliot, this is gonna happen.
we can-
I know. You guys are
We could take him into the authorities, and he can pay for his He should receive consequences for his actions
I-
and
that's-
decisions here.
I agree. I
This
agree.
sounds
He is willing to be tied down for more interrogation or whatever you all are choosing to do. I understand what you all are going through, but you need to also know that I helped this town. Just because I allowed people to hunt one of my creations, she is my most precious creation, and you brought me nothing back for her, I was willing to pay. And look, I know there's
You call her a creation instead of your own daughter.
she is my creation. She's my special little creation. You can tell that this is like a moral choice he had to make.
Well, he made the wrong choice. This
Tie
dude's a
him up,
mad
Bruce, and let's
scientist.
go find some
What?
evidence in this lab.
do we think he's
about
being
his-
honest?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, none of us did it.
You guys are just trashing his plays.
This guy.
Time up. I'm gonna go find.
Oh,
Hey, he's still got a +7. He got a
Holy
+7. That's pretty good.
So Kai, you're just standing by as they're taking out, what they deem to be the moral obligation upon this guy for what he did. And so as far as you know, this is your friend's decisions, not his. And so this doctor, running out of ideas, a little bit desperate. I can provide more work. I have a job straight to Deep Rock.
You're gonna serve justice is gonna serve you.
I think we should bring him into the.
Exactly.
Kai,
yeah. Can
Kai
I-
cut out. Kai cut out. Dylan, you
Okay.
cut out. Yeah.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I think we should bring him into the local authority.
I agree. I wasn't trying to do any visual
Society.
justice. Kai, your voice is just very distant and it cuts out in and out your throat. Is it all right?
Is that in character?
Yeah, I can't hear Kai. I can't hear Kai at all.
I'm right here, man.
Oh, there he
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
I'll say like,
Are you guys keep him here?
and then I want to use Step of the Wind to go leaping to the nearest authorities.
Okay. Make an acrobatics with advantage.
Alright.
Time. He did. He used his bolas. So just subtract say your bolas are.
Yeah, he's restrained. I think it is.
Yeah, and he's willing.
acrobatic?
Yep, acrobatics with advantage. And Salvatore, it looked like you wanted to say something.
Oh, yeah, I'll just go ahead. I just want to go ahead and just check around the shop, into the employees only section, just see what's going on in here.
Sure. You can make an investigation check.
Look for notes and stuff.
Okay, Laszlo investigation check and Alonso investigation check. These are all normal.
Any indoor plants around.
Yeah, quite a variety of flora that are all kind of like So unfortunately, Alonso, you weren't able to find much in your searching. Your mind was still rough and rife, I should say, not rife or rough, but yeah, you were still thinking about her and like the past you two shared, and the memories you were a little too overcome with emotions, and maybe it's not something you deal with often. However, Salvatore and Laszlo, you're specifically going through all his notes. You are able to discern that like whatever project he's working on right now has a lot to do with aquatic research, because they're in his scratch, but you can tell that like there's symbols that commonly appear, and so it seems as though there's water, a lot of like psychic, maybe like mental anguish, or something like he's trying to provide a solvent or solution for, maybe like potions in general, like something that might help with that. And then Salvatore, looking about, you're able to find what appears to be a trap door.
Okay, I turn to the good doctor and say, okay, what's down the trapdoor?
What do you think's down there? How about that question?
Okay, I think you have little children tied up in there.
Whoa. So I draw the line at making my daughter fly. I do not make kids into my slaves. Like,
Well, at least now we know your moral barometer. Thank you very much. Perhaps, is there anything that will hurt me if I open the door? Is what I said.
yes. You can tell, like, yes, there would be something that hurt you down there.
Before we go down there, Salvatore, Take some of this rope and I'll hand him like 5 feet of my rope or something. And just tie up his hands and stuff, making sure he doesn't like try to escape or anything. I would do it, but I got small hands.
Small hands are better.
Is Alonso good at tying ropes too?
I mean, my hands are pretty dexterous, but not particularly. No.
Out of all of you, yeah, Kai would be at the top of the list. Also Bruce, but Bruce is gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dylan.
Kai, take it.
You are a sailor. You work with nets. He's on his feet.
You want me to roll?
Make a sleight of hand check. What, you're tying him up, right? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
More securely, I should say.
Jesus.
Oh,
Fantastic. So as you are handed the rope and you kind of nonchalantly put off like, oh yeah, I was a sailor once. You walk over and you just kind of like lasso him in one swift motion. You twist the knots until they're in like perfect like parallel. You, as they're still hanging, like dropping in the half second, you put 2 knots straight through that hole, the gap they've built, and you just completely tie it so tight that he loses whatever air was left in his lungs.
Oh, is he dying?
Can I loosen it just a hair?
Yeah, you pull one of them and it loosens incrementally.
Sorry. A ship's knots must always be tight.
Okay. Listen, I'll tell you anything you want, please.
We're just gonna go down here and see what you got down there firsthand, as we wait for the local authorities to come.
Perhaps we wait just a little bit before we go down the spooky hole.
No, why wait? And I start walking over there.
I would rather we didn't go down the spooky hole right now. Let's wait
What's
for
that? I
change.
can't hear you as I'm climbing down the ladder to the...
Oh my gosh, you already opened it or going down?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second as I throw together a map.
somebody keep an eye on this dude, please.
I'm watching him. I'm not going in the hole.
Okay.
He's tied up right now.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with Laszlo because I don't even think he can see in the dark.
Yeah, I can.
Oh well, then.
Oh, yeah, as a goblin.
Job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both suited to this job then.
Okay. So, in that case, how immersive break? No, you know what? Never mind. I'll let everybody see.
Plus, I got like torches and stuff. I think still.
Okay.
I got a bad feeling about this. Hello, little children. Your rescuers are here.
Wow, it's really dark down here.
It must be terrible
Oh,
for you
nice.
children in the dark.
And I'll just drag everybody else so you can at least see. But you're not there.
Oh.
You're stealthed.
Cloaking activated.
Oh. Okay, so you walk down this very tight, like spiral staircase from the trapdoor, and as you descend further, you can tell that this was kind of like chiseled into the ground beneath. And while the doctor's office has been on the ground floor, you can tell that this was maybe the first establishment. Like this was here before his office was ever raised from the ground, or perhaps like he built off of it. You know, and this is from Alonso's just conversation, that he's been in business for decades. Like this might be, you know, like where all of his actual experiments are going down.
Well, I investigate, particularly looking for little children.
Okay.
I want to listen to hear for anything, like any noises, specifically animal noises.
Great. So Salvatore, you are looking specifically for the sounds of children's cries, but you don't hear children. You do hear like screeching, and what appears to sound like a drip of rain, or maybe like sewage pipe. That's more of the overwhelming sounds that really stick out. But with your cat-like acute senses, nothing, you know, humanoid, maybe.
Hmm.
So Laszlo, make a perception check or investigation, your choice. Well, you do, first and foremost, rounding the corner, you see all of these fungi that appear to be like growing out of the walls, and you can tell like this is his own personal garden of sorts for alchemical ingredients. There's a good trove of which you can pull from.
But do I feel safe at this moment?
You are too enamored to gleam safety. You also know that this is kind of a sketchy area to be in. You know, you're actually kind of like breaking and entering.
Well, I guess I'll just grab a few ingredients over here that look beneficial. while
Okay.
I'm here.
And
Why not?
Which direction did the screeching come from?
The screeching, and this is more or less like, think of it as like nails on chalkwood or chalkboard, and so chalkwood.
A chocolate tree.
Like something like just clawing, or maybe like a mouse skittering across like steel. Like it could be any number of things. But yes, it does come from the north. This area.
Oh.
Ah, this is a perfect time to gather ingredients.
And so yeah, Laszlo starts looting. Go ahead and make a alchemical supply check.
Okay. Gotta find where that is first.
I'd like to check out and see if Bruce has made any progress with finding some authorities just step outside the shop.
Oh yeah, we're it'll be like a pause here, and then we'll plot B.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I meant like when we get back to that.
Right, so that's what your character would do. Anyway, Laszlo's, he is scouring the walls. You can see he pulls out this scalpel, and he's deftly peeling them off the wall and looking about so that he's not in danger when he's kind of, stealing or whatnot. However you want to determine this moral ambiguous scenario. However, Salvatore, what are you doing in particular?
What I get?
Is this door like?
I'm
Does
pulling
this
some
door
up.
have like a cartoonish keyhole that I could peer my eye through?
It does not. It is like a stone door, like more or less like metal and stone, just completely there to like prevent something from entering or leaving.
Well, I'm assuming the door's locked. Well, yeah, I don't open the door. I just check to see if it is locked.
Okay. Sure.
I guess opening the door is the only way to do. Oh, I guess I could figure it out.
You make an investigation check as you're actually pulling at the door trying to open it. It is locked, but maybe there's like a mechanism.
This door is definitely locked. Well, I after doing that, I guess I turn over to Laszlo and I see him taking mushrooms, and I ask him like, "Now who's the criminal here?"
What? I mean, this is just doctors need supplies, and I'm not stealing or anything.
I guess so. Mushrooms are hard, Who really owns a mushroom?
Yeah. Anyways, do you think there's something? Do you want to head that way? There's another door over this way too.
I guess no stone unturned. Let's go check it out real quick, and then we'll head back to our friends.
Okay, you hear some sharp noises behind the same door that you tried to open. However, you are approaching this door. It's almost as though the sounds that you were hearing, the like it gets louder and more voracious, like
As I walk away from the door?
yeah, as you're walking away from the door. But we'll decide what happens when we come back to you. So everyone else, we found that Bruce was going to sprint over. He key steps of the wind, so spending a key point. Did you do acrobatics as well? Yes, you did.
I did, and I get another +1 from my runestone.
It should auto add it. Basic.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's part of that 6. Either way, like you rolled pretty high enough to definitely leap from these thatch rooftops and essentially make a beeline to the police academy right down the road. And so you
The first guard I see, I want to approach him where he doesn't hear or see me.
okay. Sure. Make a stealth check.
There it is. Oh shit.
You there! Why are you skulking about like that?
There's a mad doctor in town.
Okay.
We need your help. He needs to be arrested, tried for his crimes.
Okay. What's the crime?
He turned his daughter into a mutant monster. And he feels no remorse about it. It's kind of weird.
Oh shit, that does sound serious. Well, I have to get a warrant. Is it for Dr. Eric? He's the only one that might feasibly do that.
That's your man.
And then the second he turns around, I want to try to get away without me hearing me.
Okay, make another stealth check. So he's going inside to get a search warrant. Wow. He's actually very good at his job, and so he kind of writes something up real quick. Yeah.
I'm just running off.
Yeah, you're just like jumping up over things immediately.
Parkouring, yeah.
He didn't even turn around to see you do this, but this is something you did. Like, he went straight inside to be efficient at getting a warrant together. But yeah, you will eventually make your way back to the Alchemist, Dr. Elric's. And so, meanwhile, Kai and Alonso are standing around Dr. Elric's office, which has a very nice library. It's more or less, we'll go with this picture. Like, you can see all the books that surround, like, this oval tower. And then there's also what appears to be, like, creatures, aberrations, monstrosities even, that are in like these tanks, and they seem to be floating about, attached by some kind of umbilical cord. A lot of the shit you guys smashed was all alchemical. There's actually acid that's bubbling on this workbench, as well as a couple of other like remedies and solutions that seem to be having like a chemical reaction. Both of you please make me an Arcana check.
Whoops.
And you also put all of his like essential supplies and tools that he would use to remedy like bad alchemical mishaps. So Kai, you understand that, and Alonso, you kind of get the idea from the mist that's coming off of these chemicals that it might not be a good place to breathe right now.
Let's follow our allies, huh?
We need to make sure we keep an eye on Dr. Elric here, however.
Perfect. I toss him down the hole.
You toss Elric down the hole.
Correct.
Yeah, make a strength check, Mr.
Come on. He's
Mr. -1.
Can Kai help me?
Yes, Kai can help you.
Drag him.
And I sling him over my shoulder.
Both of you make a strength check. We'll see how this turns out.
Right.
Roll him like a log.
Alonso did well, though.
How strong am I today?
Woo!
So,
Not as strong.
Dr. Elric, is there anything you want to say to him or ask? Or are you just going to literally pick him up, noticing like there's this fume cloud that's beginning to brew?
As soon as Kai said we need to keep an eye on him, I'm like, oh, good point, and I toss him down there. Yeah, that's all I say.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, well, he's tied
Can I
up,
shout?
and it's a tight spiral staircase. That's going to hurt. And you did, in fact, throw him down there. So...
It's a spiral stair. Oh, hold on.
What did you think it was?
No, I thought it was just a big empty. I forgot it was a spiral staircase.
I thought it was a straight shot.
I
straight
thought
down.
it was a straight shot down.
Is
If it was
better?
yeah, it's totally better. Well, if that's the case, then no, I would have dragged him down with me.
Oh god. Yeah, he's gonna have a concussion after this. But yeah, dragging him down like oh god. My poor Esmeralda. I'm so sorry. Like he's having an epiphany right now. Ooh.
Oh man.
And a concussion. An epiphany and a concussion. So basically it takes you the good part of 5 to 10 minutes. Essentially while Laszlo is like carving the wall of all alchemical regions, you're able to bring the doctor down. He is still tied up, so like it wasn't an efficient way of moving a person all the way downstairs. Though,
Also-
what's up?
How do I add stuff to the inventory again? I always forget to do this, and I've been trying this whole time to add all the things that you put in.
Yeah, it's in the items tab. So, where also your spells are, and then at the very top it says create item. And so I write it down so I can also take a screenshot and come back to it. But yes, for your own reference, it's good to have it. So,
I don't see create item. Oh, I have to do it up there. Okay, yeah.
yeah, the very top, very top. And so all this is happening in the span of 5 to 10 minutes. So Bruce, you do make your way back, if that's where you're heading.
Yes, I'd be going back to my dudes.
Okay. Coming through the front door or the side?
I guess I'm at the front, but nobody's there, and I'm really confused. And it's full of gas, so
yeah,
I like.
Make a Arcana check to see if you,
Okay.
because the gas might be a little bit thinner than what you're used to, in terms of like acidic or poison.
I'm sorry, what was it? Arcana?
Yeah, Arcana.
Okay. Oof.
Air's great. Even has like a nice minty taste.
So I just walk into it.
Yeah, you're walking through it. Long story short, like a reaction's happening. You look on the table, it's bubbling. Yes,
Is it harmful?
It's
or-
harmful. And you can tell it's harmful after like a minute of like looking like where'd everybody go? You realize that, you know, with your sleuthing ability, that going downstairs is likely where they headed. So you
All
make
right.
your way down.
I'll put my cape between my fingers to use it to like lift the hatch because I don't want to touch it.
Okay.
It's covered in goop or whatever.
Hello?
Hello?
Can I use a healer's kit to make sure he doesn't lose consciousness?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and expend a charge of that. How many charges are in that?
10. I have 5 left.
Okay. So yeah, you're essentially, you get to the bottom, you look at the back of Dr. Elrich's head, you notice that there's big bloody squashes that seem to...
You're real nice. You're nice to everybody, Kai. Shit.
There's no use in having this man unconscious when the authorities arrive because then it'll,
Look worse.
yeah, it might not look so great.
All right, guys. I think we should just leave him down here tied up. And so that when the authorities arrive, nobody's here except for the bad guy. It's super cool. I do it all the time.
Well, then he will tell them that we came in here, assaulted him, and left him for dead down here.
But he doesn't see our faces.
You
That's why
can leave.
you guys got to get a cool cowl like mine.
I kind of like Bruce's idea.
Should we
They
leave a
know
note?
who he is, and they're coming. I don't know how quickly, but they're informed.
Mm.
Does Salvatore and me hear this conversation? Are they in the room?
So, with how time's been going and how you were like taking the regents off the wall, you guys are now at this door when you hear them coming down the stairs. You know it's them.
Oh, okay.
You're a pump,
But
pump,
do I
pump,
hear
pump,
the
pump from his head on the stairs.
The conversation, make a, like right now you're focused on, you know, reagents, so make a perception check. If it's high, you heard it. If not, you didn't.
Okay.
I think it would be very unwise to leave him here. I think he would tell his side of the story.
Yep, and you heard it. So did Salvatore. Salvatore, your hearing's impeccable. You're a kitty cat.
If they see all the things that he's got in this office upstairs, he's got crates of floating mutants in there. If the authorities walk in here and they're like, yo, this is suspicious.
That's normal, man. I'm pretty sure that's pretty normal.
Is that the kind of work he does here? This is insane.
Can't hear you, Don.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
It seems like he's not hiding much of what's up there in his office.
Mhm.
Is everyone in this town just okay with this but us? I think he needs. This is disgusting. Like justice. We need justice. But if everybody else is cool with it, then we're kind of in a pickle, you guys.
In a pickle, you guys.
Well, the justice was that he admitted to making his daughter into a manticore, and he doesn't seem to be worried about it. Like, right, Doc, you'll probably just go ahead and say it again, won't you? Because you love the fact that you turned her into manticore.
I had.
Exactly. He's not. I'm not too worried about him trying to swivel out of the truth.
Make an insight check, Alonso, because you knew Dr. Elric for a time, but you jumped to the conclusion too. I mean, he stated his case. Like, you always saw him as a lawful neutral type, and so he did what he could with his capabilities. Like, he couldn't afford a 3,000 revival spell or something like that, and he wanted, to save her, his daughter's life.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's all you need to know.
All right. So where our little goblin fella and that kitty cat?
Salvatore's testing the door.
No, I say that out loud. Like I'm saying that like asking Bruce
like
and Kyle. Like,
explanation.
yeah, like it's kind of like, where's the goblin and the kitty cat?
Sure. Make a Thieves' Tools check, Salvatore, if you still have one.
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
And then you also click the button in chat.
And with normal.
Yeah, just normal. So, the door, while unlocked, has kind of like this air of arcana about it. This room might be, trapped. And so you look over it with a careful, practiced eye, looking for, the same type of criminal scum that would use this in the areas you're from, like how they would trap it. And overall, you didn't really find anything. Seems safe.
It seems safe? Okay.
Seems safe.
And it's unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he wouldn't keep any nasty baddies in an unlocked room, so I opened the door.
Okay.
No.
Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Sure.
Nope.
Do I see anything behind the door?
Yeah. So you'll step inside or peek through. You don't have to step inside, but peeking through, you see crates of marked goods. They seem to be make a perception check. There's what appears to be like a crystal ball in the corner that maybe is used for scrying and sending messages. You can tell that this is maybe the desk he uses more often than not to write his notes if he's not upstairs. This appears to be some kind of room, as far as you know, that he would deal shady business. This would be the room for it.
Okay, well, I call Laszlo over and I say, you like looking through papers? These look like interesting papers.
Let me check. Let me see. I'll walk
After you.
walk over to the.
How
The
long do
papers.
we think we have until authorities show up?
Make an insight check. This is Bruce kind of like going over the entire conversation he had, and you getting a good idea of how long it would take a guard who seems to be well versed in his capabilities. 15 minutes with proper warrant, and you can tell Bruce was able to convince pretty well that, your bases are covered.
Who do we think is the best person to? Well, sorry. First, my first thing I want to think about is he still conscious or is he woozy?
He is
Dr. Elric.
like one more hit point of damage, he'll be out. But he's like barely hanging on.
Ooh, give him a berry.
Can I give him a berry? I will give him a berry.
You
I
wanna
want to see if that.
Tide Pod.
give him a Tide Pod?
Yeah, he's gonna have a Tide Pod.
Okay. So go ahead and click it, and that'll expend one.
That was 2 hit points.
Yeah. And so you put a Tide Pod in his mouth, and you work his jaw for him as he's still barely hanging on. Ooh, is that lime?
I was serious, guys. Though, if you You want to split? I'm definitely not going to be here when they show up. So should we set up like a rendezvous or something?
I think we have two options. We can leave, like you said, or we can find something that would leave him incriminated without any other opportunities.
Did we check upstairs?
Mhm.
All right.
So I'd like to whisper to Bruce so that Dr. Elric doesn't hear me. I have this potion of mind reading.
Wait,
Do you
have
want to
drink
interrogate
it?
him with
Or does he have to drink it?
you? I have to drink it.
I think. Oh, I think that would be sick.
I'm going to drink the potion of mind reading.
Okay. So are you drinking it and then kind of like interrogating Elric? Is that the idea?
That's the idea, yeah. So that I know it. Yeah.
Okay. No,
That maybe get better insight into what he's telling us.
How
Sure.
does this work?
so
Interesting.
yeah, go ahead and click your potion to consume it. And what happens is that casts the spell Detect Thoughts. And Dr. Elric is going to be trying to save against it. You can tell that he has that doctor's mind. And so 3 chances at you like prying through his brain. Like he's been working up this mental shield from things like this. And last chance, you finally break through this entire layer of his brain. Like every thought, every forethought, all the actions that he was prohibiting, like you were able to understand, like, oh, a blink, oh, breathing in, oh, chewing this nice minty lime gummy in my mouth. And then you're able to break through this layer, just kind of opens up where you're able to read his mind, his subconscious, things that normally you wouldn't think about when you're being asked a question and you're trying to lie, so to speak. So you can tell that you can totally get through to him if you ask up to 3 questions.
Ooh. Ask him if he's done this to any other humans or any other people.
So I'll say to Dr. Elric, of course you were well-intentioned with your daughter. Did you learn the technique on anyone else, or was this your first try?
You can tell that he is proud of what he does. It's not exactly under the radar, so to speak. Like, what he does can be deemed illegal, for sure. But he's very proud of his research and his progress and what he does for a living. And yes, he does interact with shady people. And these are all, like, you know, things you're able to glean from his body language, as well as, you know, upstairs and right here, right now. And the thought that he shares, first and foremost, there's 2. So vocally, and then whatever is internally is going on. Of course, he says. And you can tell, like, that's true. Like, he has done it on people before.
And I'm sure there wouldn't be any record of this, would there?
Record of his daughter?
Any record of you having done... You said he has done this before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So yeah, you want, like, proof, pretty much?
Basically, I'm asking. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
You wouldn't have kept a journal of this at all. Of course you wouldn't do that, would you?
You can tell, like, through his facial reaction that he's tempted to lie, but he also knows that, you know, he's tied up, first and foremost. Like, reading his mind, the important questions should definitely be asked. And so this one is kind of one of those questions that he has no point in not telling the truth. And so he doesn't lie when he finally says, like, it takes him a moment to, like, gather his thoughts. And you're reading his thoughts. Like, should I tell them? They don't need to know. Like, this is my business. Like, these are the thoughts that you're able to read. And so he finally acknowledges, and this is the truth, that yes, of course I have documentation, research notes.
Those are probably upstairs somewhere. Or down
Probably.
here. Or down here. We just have to look for him.
Oh,
Shit,
can't hear
we
you,
have
Dylan.
We have no time though.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Bruce, you seem like you've been in this situation plenty of time.
Yeah.
I'm looking through this desk in here.
Yeah.
Searching all the notes and stuff.
Salvatore, when you walked in, I know you rolled a low perception, so your eyes kind of like darted about, and these crates look to be important. You didn't really identify or take the time with all the goings-ons of like to look on the outside, but you're welcome to try and pry inside. And then Laszlo, you're obviously going for all the like recipes or whatnot, like his research notes.
Papers. Yeah,
Yeah.
research.
Yeah, so that's what both of you are looking through. So go ahead and make investigation checks.
Ooh, both of
What I
us.
miss?
Another much. We're
Everyone
just
died.
getting back into it.
God damn. I've rolled 2 6s and a 7 on strictly investigation.
So Salvatore, in this box, you can tell that there are. Roll a d100. So you find one box that is directly valuable to you and your group, and inside that would happen to be. And you rolled a 59. A potion of greater healing. And it's more than one. There's 4 of them.
Swing.
I against better. My greed takes over, and I pocket them. I'll tell my party members later, but I don't even want them to even feel guilt, like of having taken something.
Okay. And one thing you should note is that these are kind of like scattered about of like some, let's just say, items that would hide them or conceal them. So you were able to like fold through all of these like clothes and maybe like some hay, boxes full of hay, items that would, be put on a train. Maybe like a crate full of food, for example, or perhaps like gems or like these crates and barrels. They're all kind of like carefully disguised, and they seem to be concealing the real value. And what you found in this specific crate, having heard like a clink or two as you were shuffling about, 4 potions of greater healing, which is the next tier, the better healing.
And then I try and put those boxes back the best way that they were before to make them look undisturbed.
Sure, make a perception check. That's for that. And then Laszlo, as you're looking through all these notes, you get the idea that they're a lot less cryptic now that you're down in his cellar. That he was working on, and this is kind of like the subtext that you're reading, a aberrational entity, a creature, a humanoid that appears to have like tentacle-like maws, and it can read your brain waves, and you can communicate telepathically.
The hell? I want to take these notes and I'll take them, fold them up, and pocket them. Or just keep them on me so that I have something to show when authorities arrive.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and put that in your inventory. And yeah, you weren't looking for anything specific. So Kai, meanwhile, over on the other side of the dungeon cellar, you are currently talking with Dr. Elric. Alonso's behind you, and Bruce Vane as well. Alonso, I don't think we asked if you were doing anything specific.
I really only came down there to avoid the vapor, and I'm really just kind of keep guarding Elric. But I would like to also like to find the rest of the party, make sure I know where they are before I, settle myself in.
Sure. Yeah, you scope out the place, like you're essentially keeping watch, and so you scout ahead and you look to find Salvatore and Laszlo, and you relay also to Kai and Bruce where and what Laszlo and Salvatore are up to. Meanwhile, Bruce and Kai, you are down to your last truthful question with Dr. Elric. You can tell time's running out, like from the estimate given prior, it's maybe like 5 minutes from now the guards might show up.
So I'll turn to Alonso and I'll say,
Did you want to get a question in? We figured out that there might be incriminating evidence, but you can totally take a peek in this guy's brain if there's something you wanted to ask him about his daughter and your relationship.
No, I've learned all I need to know. He has no remorse about it, and that's all I need to know.
Fair enough.
Oh, shoot.
Well,
I will
what
just
else would we need to know?
I'll just be asking him finally, where is the evidence of what you've done?
So as he's still chewing, and this is actually up to you, Kai. How is the consistency, the texture of your Tide Pods? Like, we decided on a taste. What are they like? Are they gummies? Are they like fruit gushers? Like, do they splurt in your mouth, or do you like suck on them?
Fruit gusher, almost like a blueberry. Like they've got a firm consistency to them, but as soon as you like pop them, they're like really squishy.
Okay. Yeah, and so it's like a rubbery husk, kind of like that cheap gum you get when you go to like a convenience store. And so basically the good part is that fruit gusher, that bite down, and you get that mint and lime, and then you're just kind of like chewing on the husk for the remainder. And so he's kind of like chewing it about in his mouth. Well, what was the question?
Where's the evidence?
Evidence.
Well, you asked him the prior question.
Experiments.
Yeah. Oh, this is a two-parter.
The notes on the experiments you did on your daughter.
Well, I mean, generally, and this is his thought, like, in the back of his mind, it's like, I keep it next to, wherever I'm operating on them. Like, that would be where he's keeping, like, accurate notes. Kind of like a clipboard you would see that a nurse, like, picks up, checks off, and then swings it back down to hit the table or the chair. And so his daughter, specifically, like, that was a project that happened maybe a month ago at most. And so her dying must have been recent. It's probably one of the first things you find in an older notebook. And so his current notebook is obviously not going to have that.
Okay. So we're older notebooks. So we're looking for an older notebook. Does he have like, is that like a library or an office?
He does have a library.
Yeah, let's go there.
And so Salvatore and yeah, you're about 4 minutes away. So in this 4-minute window, I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
Ooh.
And so this is how you're handling the goings-ons that are about to happen. So like everyone is now aware that guards are showing up.
Cue the rummaging montage.
Yeah, however you want to handle it. And so you can totally make your way up the stairs in that 4-minute window. Like, this cellar is directly below. It was just, a hassle to bring the doctor all bound up. And so, yeah, you all have ample opportunity to do what you want. So... we don't need the epic music. Thank you, though.
I want Benny Hill, like, chasing around.
Yeah. So Laszlo and Salvatore and Toe, they both walked in, kind of like convening, conveying. Everybody like shares the information. So now that everybody's aware of what's going on, what would you like to do, Laszlo?
Well, we haven't checked this other door yet. Should we check the door over here? Up to the north?
So Salvatore explains that there's a spooky ghosty back there.
Yeah.
And only if we want to fight something.
I feel like we should find out what he's been hiding down here.
If it's another abomination, we should take care of it before the authorities get here. We might be more capable than they are.
No, we should let them see it. Then it's proof of his wrongdoing.
That is a good point.
And we could have a little extra help when we do it. Do we have a consensus? Alonso?
What do you guys want to do?
I was saying, I think.
Are we in turns? Are we on turn tracker or what?
So, because of how we're rolling initiative and we're doing it this way, Laszlo can ask and, i.e., action, have someone do something for him. So if it's, pick locking the door.
Well, I don't know. What do we want to do as a party? Do we want to go through this door, or do we want to wait for the authorities? Should we go upstairs and like wait for them and then show them what's down here?
Is it locked away, whatever it is?
Oh, clearly hasn't come out to kill us yet. So why don't we go upstairs? We'll wait for the authorities, and then we can show them what's down here. We can tell them we don't even know what's in here. We heard strange noises.
Oh, but it's so much cooler when they show up and you're not here.
Me and Bruce might have gotten a little carried away. We kind of seem to have created some kind of caustic concoction. So I don't know if we need to go back up there.
I can go upstairs and see if there's anything I can do about it. Maybe I can
Turn on a fan.
Yeah, we don't want the guards getting knocked out by that concoction.
Or did Laszlo disappear for a
Yeah,
second?
he like disconnected.
Oh shit.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah.
There you are.
You're back.
Okay, I don't know. The camera's screwing up my stuff.
I guess Salvatore quickly asks Elric, does he have a ventilation system set up in case of a chemical spill? Because he is a doctor who works with caustic materials.
Yeah, he's smart enough to do so.
Okay, let's go turn that on, and then we'll wait for the guards, is what Salvatore says.
I will
Let's
assist
go
in
do
that.
that.
I will go upstairs and help with that.
I'll help as well.
Okay, so are you bringing Dr. Elric up, or are you leaving him here? What's going on?
Leave him here.
We should
Leave
bring him
here.
up with us.
No, leave him here.
We can't
No,
leave him
we should bring him
alone.
up
I'll
with
wait-
us.
I'll
I'm
wait.
down here with him. I'm staying down here with him. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
not
okay,
alone.
okay.
Not
Me
Okay.
back up, Alonso.
Yeah, I like hanging out with you. Why don't you hang out here with me?
We'll hang out down here.
All right, quickly.
Well, I didn't know you guys were going to have a party.
Go
Okay.
upstairs, Salvatore.
Oh.
Oh, so you do make your way all the way up the stairs. The stairs themselves is maybe like 30 feet tall. 30 feet. That might even be pushing it. It's not like that deep in the ground. It's like a basement, pretty much. So it doesn't take you long to get up. You're now in the main chamber. You look about. You're looking for the air solution. All of you cover your face. Meanwhile, what are you covering your face with?
I guess I use my...
I'll use piece of my cape.
Oh, good idea. I use Bruce's cape. I get in there with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I have anything.
And I want to go looking for a big red button that says air ducts on it.
Okay. Everybody make investigation checks. Laszlo is too slow. You're desperately looking through all your stuff, so now your investigation's
I'll use whatever
disadvantage.
alchemical supplies I have.
Oh, that's not
I got
good.
disadvantage?
Yeah, you get disadvantage.
That's dumb.
So you all are fluttering about, ripping more things off the shelves, throwing more things onto like desks, desperately looking for a big red button that Bruce had suggested that would be labeled air ducts. And so you're all frantic in looking for this. Laszlo, you being the alchemist of sorts, like you eventually piece together the idea that maybe the windows could be like all opened by some latch or lever, and so you start feeling the walls and you're able to, however, you're not tall enough. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check as you go to pull the lever that opens the windows. And so you with all of your weight you pull on this lever, bringing it straight vertically down, and it's a big jolt of wind enters in, kind of like cleaning out the entire area. You watch as all of the notes that at one point may have been considered proper, orderly, in a nice pile on his desk, everything is now being flown about, fluttering around. All of the broken glass that's on the floor, your feet are still crunching over it. You can see like there's some acid bubbling on the workbench. A lot of the books have been ripped from the shelves.
I'll start grabbing for the papers.
Okay.
Just trying to save as much of the paperwork as possible.
Sure. And you even look over at the tanks where these like floating entities are, and that they're starting to drain, having been impacted, the glass shattered. You watch as this
What kind of ventilation system is this?
No, these are the tanks that things were sitting in. So like you guys being so reckless were like knocking things.
We broke the glass.
Oh yeah, and you guys were literally dethrowing his entire place earlier too. So yeah, some of the glass is leaking. There's a viscous liquid that's pouring out of each of them that seem to have been putting them in like a proper stasis. Yeah, it's a shit
I
show.
want to try. I got my hands full of notes, and I want to try to plug the hole in the tape with my foot.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Yes.
We're not do-gooders. We're a bunch of fucking idiots. is what
Yes,
we're-
a sleight of foot check.
Bruce, you're able to like grab things with your hands, creating this pile as you're stuffing them into your leathers. Then you stick your toe, so you're basically one-hopping grabbing things, and your toe is now blocking the liquid from pouring out of one of these entities.
Somebody come help me with this. I really
You
don't
gotta-
want to be seen when the cops show up.
You gotta lick your hands like those rooms where they have all the dollars flying around, and you gotta catch as many as you can.
Yeah. Salvatore, what were you doing specifically?
Well, what I was doing was looking, and then once Bruce asked me to help, I pulled out my rapier and did a quick succession spear attack, spearing all the papers on my rapier.
Okay, make a rapier attack.
This will be good.
Ooh. It should be like a point of damage is 1 page.
And also, you'll notice that while it's rolling, like it says that in chat, you don't have to click it. So as long as you can hear the sound of the dice, it'll like take its time rolling it. So, and it looks as though you can, keep rolling it too from that button. Anyway, yeah, with a 20, you're able to accurately pierce through the papers that are parallel or perpendicular, more so, and you're able to create a shish kebab. You get a total of 18 pages. Not bad. And then Bruce, meanwhile, has 4 intact. 4 intact pages.
The rest are kind of soggy, but I got some.
Yeah. And Laszlo, while they're doing this, was there anything in particular you were doing?
No, I was still hanging on to the lever.
Okay, you're still hanging on the lever. Perfect. So, while all that's happening and you guys hear the screams of like, go get that! Oh no! Wait, where's the big red button? Like, you hear all this upstairs. What is Kai and Alonso doing?
What do you think they got themselves into up there?
Probably just more mess, knowing that lot.
You want to see if there's anything else around here down in this area, or you want to just kind of, should we play it safe?
We know that there's something in the room closest to us and his office around the corner. I don't think
There were no other exits out of the office?
I think so.
There is a locked door to your left, but there is a office, like another area to do business in over here.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw once, like I thought in that business area, I thought I saw another exit, but never mind.
Nope.
Okay, so never mind. We know everything down here. Well, I mean, if you want to help me, you can start carrying this guy up here, or at least, I mean, can you stand, Ulrich? Can you stand? I kind of like give him a little shove, or a light shove.
No, you can't.
All right. Great. Okay. Well,
The
being
cops
that
are
there's
here.
being that there's no way he can get out of here. I think we can both safely go up there and let the authorities know that he's down here tied up, and that there's a big creepy crawly monster behind the door there. I mean, I kind of want to open the door and have it eviscerate him, but I feel I understand we need to have something to bring the authorities to.
We probably want an audience here to witness exactly what's going on here.
I agree.
Should we head on up and see?
Well, let's roll.
Okay. So you're leaving Dr. Elric.
I'm gonna take
You
some of my
should say.
own rope out, and I'm actually gonna wrap him from head to toe with all 50-foot of rope like a mummy, and we can like tie him up.
If you're that concerned, I'll stay with him.
No, just more for the comedic value of it.
So like was that like Dudley Do-Right-esque leaving on the train type tie-up?
That's right. Oh, yeah, I did a great job too.
Yeah.
Not as good as Kai. Not as good as Kai.
I'll have to
It's-
show you some knots sometime, Alonso.
Yeah, looking
Yeah,
at
that'll be
him,
fine.
looking at him, you really didn't need to add the ball gag, but you had enough rope. So you essentially tied him up like a stuck pig, ready for a cook-off. So you don't think he'll go anywhere, but he also looks like he's ready for a wild night if, everybody's into BDSM.
Oh, baby.
Perfect.
Okay, so you guys make your way up?
We head up, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for what you're about to see.
So yeah, both Alonso and Kai enter in from this trapdoor into a much more chaotic scene than when they entered. The entire room is in disarray. It smells faint of sulfur. There's liquid that seems to be combining and mixing on the floor itself. A lot of the creatures that were in suspended animation are desperately trying to get like some kind of substance in their bodies, because all of the liquid had drained out onto the floor, except for one. There's one intact monstrosity currently hanging in suspension because Bruce's toe is in it. And so you can see...
Save the papers.
Use the glue! The very expensive glue!
Perfect for this occasion.
All right, just like, can you grab these ones out of my hands so I can plug this thing?
I'll plug it for you.
Plug
And
it.
I'll cast shape water to freeze the cracks so that the
Okay.
rest of it doesn't come out.
That's sick.
Very cool. And so yeah, like a new layer. What's up?
I help Laszlo down.
Okay, yeah, and so...
Thanks.
yeah, Laszlo's hanging a foot off of the ground. But yeah, you're able to... Everybody, what are you doing as you're waiting for the cops to arrive? You actually hear a commotion outside. Oh, what's going on at Elric's? And commoners are speaking up. There's intruders. There's people breaking in shit, and we had a big explosion. Oh yeah, the windows immediately came up and gas emitted from everywhere. All right, hold your horses. Eustace, you stay here and you get, the accounts from everybody outside. Aye, Captain. And so one guard approaches in and he knocks on the door as it falls off of its hinges, falling inward.
Fuck this place up.
There's a madman here.
Okay. And you see the guard is taking in the entire scene. And you can tell with his salty veteranness that perhaps he's from this area. Perhaps he's even been inside this building before. And so as he's walking inside and he takes note of everything wrong, his eyes, lock with each one of you, assessing the situation. Everyone this is like a body language persuasion check.
Oh, my
No, come on, please.
So, Salvatore, how would you describe you successfully, gesturing about that you're in the right? How would you describe that?
I act pretty cool. I'm like leaning on a table and I say, "Welcome, officer. We've been expecting you. Thank you for coming so quickly."
I rolled a 9. I rolled one better than that persuasion check.
And so all of you are kind of a little bit ashamed of what you've done here. You can tell, like, a third party walking in, not knowing the entire backstory of Alonso's girlfriend's father killing her. Yeah, this is kind of a fucked up situation, and that there is going to be some explaining to do. So the guard kind of just nods at Salvatore. All right, which one of you is gonna tell me what happened?
I mean, this Dr. Elric, he turned his daughter into a chimera. Also, is he still downstairs, Alonso?
Yeah, should be.
Downstairs.
Ooh.
Yes, there's a
Downstairs.
whole secret, like, hidden dungeon underneath that we found here. And there seems to be some sort of, like, monster of some sort down there. We were waiting to open the door until you guys arrived because, well, one, it seems pretty dangerous, but two, It'd probably be better if you saw it firsthand than us just going and fighting it by ourselves.
All right. So I came here with a warrant saying there was child trafficking going on here.
What?
Who did you say that, Bruce?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess it just got lost in translation.
Something about his daughter, Elric's daughter, being abominified.
Mm-hmm. Did you not wonder what happened to her? Where did she
Yeah,
go?
she was turned into
No
a
funeral? She was
Where'd you
simply
come
gone.
from?
Yeah, this man hadn't
Where did
been
she come from? Where did she
investigated yet.
go?
She was turned into a monster, not sexually harassed. Jeez, you jumped to the wrong conclusions.
All right, you, sir. And he points over at Bruce, in the cloak. Can you tell me a little bit more about what happened? You were the one that brought this to my attention.
I could tell you that this town knows nothing of justice.
Yep, justice, yep.
This man's daughter was missing and you did nothing. But we tracked him down, and now there's a monstrosity in this basement.
His daughter passed away about 2 months ago.
Au contraire, my friend.
Mon ami.
I'm still working on my tone a little bit. So, this man turned his daughter into a monster, and then she was in the woods attacking complete strangers. She almost killed us. We had to cut off her head. Unless that's incriminating, then we allegedly cut off her head.
But no, seriously, officer, although he might have reported his daughter dead, he did not, his daughter did not die. He, as he would put it, saved her life by turning her into a monster. He even admitted it to us. Also, he's downstairs. Still.
We did your jobs for you.
We don't really appreciate vigilantes around here, but if I could speak with Elric, maybe we can figure out what happened. As you all are a bunch of crazy pots. I'm just throwing that out there. It seems as though, with the current situation, and you can tell he's kind of like taking everything in still, and he's definitely mulling over your words. You are conveying the truth you know. So each of you make a persuasion check. This is the three of you. Kai and Alonso, you're also in the room, aren't you?
Yeah,
yes,
we had just come up a little bit ago.
Yep. So
Dang.
you're kind of in the background here. Is there anything you want to do to help the situation? You tell that there's a lot of misunderstandings.
Don't forget to look at the notes, Monsieur Guard. Please, very important that you compare those notes with the story we told you, because you'll see that he is unabashedly done what we've said he's done.
Oh yeah, I have notes. And I take out the notes about the telepathic monster he was trying to create.
So yeah, you watch Laszlo pull out these notes and wave them in front of the guard. You can tell he's a little fed up at this point, and so he grabs them and he starts reading them, and they have nothing to do with what you guys were talking about.
They don't have anything to do with what we're talking about, but he was clearly turning things into monsters.
He's creating monsters.
Were you guys not
Along the
aware of
same
this?
lines.
Oh, is creating monsters illegal?
you can see the guard kind of like look at you, and his head visor, like he pulls it up. This is more of an informal conversation now. He takes off his helmet and he has it under his arm. He tries to set it on the counter, which in doing so, you watch as he barely grabs it in time before the acid chews through the rest of the wood, impacting the ground. So he just holds his helmet instead. Yeah. Oh, that was your fault. Well, I'm going to.
It's not me. It wasn't me. I'm just saying. I'm sorry that happened.
Okay. All right. Listen here. I am going to have a written account of everything I'm looking at, and right now it does not look good. However, I am under the impression that there is a secondary part to his home. Is that what you're saying? Where these events, these allegations transpire?
Yeah, he has a cave underneath there, but it's pretty small. It's not impressive.
A cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
right.
down right over here.
That trap door right there.
Hole.
It's wicked spooky.
All right, you see him whistle. I can't do the sharp whistle, but you watch his little guard friend, his apprentice, charges in like a deputy. All right, Eustace. And Eustace is kind of like stumbling over things. He didn't expect to be trampling through glass and alchemical regions, liquid that's sticking to his feet. Oh shit! Oh, whoa! What happened here, Henry? And Henry, he interrupts him. Just don't ask questions. Just write what you're looking at, son. Yes, sir. And so he'll start writing up on his little notepad. And so he'll follow you guys downstairs, where Dr. Elric is, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we left him.
You
Okay.
better be.
And as you take a couple feet into the area where you left Dr. Elric, he's not there. And that's where we'll take our break.
I knew
For
that
real?
was gonna happen.
I knew it.
Oh my god.
How much rope do you need for this guy?
I thought Kai was down there though. Still. Oh, it's not
Nope.
that guy.
Kai
Did
left.
have
Something else we left down there.
He is a alchemical artificer. So if Laszlo could get out of it, yeah. Anyway, you guys make your way down into the dungeon cellar. It seems as though, you know, like the rain drips that come from whatever in the other room and the scratchings, they're much louder, and you have that audible sensation that a door is open. And so as you look and gaze inward, you can tell like this door is open. The one heavy steel stone door is completely ajar, and Dr. Elric is nowhere to be found.
Are there ropes on the ground or any trail of anything?
There is a rope. It's basically like, imagine a giant knife cut through and opened it like a cocoon.
And my bolas?
Your bolas have been cut.
Oh no.
Damn it.
That's
However-
what he's upset about.
You do.
Oh,
My bolas?
You can ask your artificer friend to try and repair him.
I thought we tried that already.
You did try that. Yeah, you did try it, and you failed a roll. He'll just have to roll.
Oh.
if they're cut, you should just have to tie them back together, unless they're. Anyways, we'll get back there.
It's a chain. It's a chain. It's a metal chain.
Oh, chain. Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I tried to tie it.
Salvatore turns to the guard, and he says, "Officer, prepare yourself. There might be a creature in here." He's like, and then he pulls out his weapon, but it's like looking at the guard to see if it's okay if he pulls his weapon out.
So the guard, this is actually all new to him, coming down into this deep cellar down underneath Dr. Elric's home. The good doctor, this is quite a surprise. And so he's pacing around. He has his hand on his hilt, and so he's ready to draw his own weapon as he sees you do so.
Is it just one guard?
There's just one guard. The deputy guard's upstairs.
Okay.
I'd like to put my hand on the guard's shoulder and let him know it's going to be okay and cast guidance.
Oh.
Okay.
So helpful.
We will find the truth together.
Yeah, and that good doctor seemed pretty efficient at getting out of some rope, didn't he? And I point to the cut rope on the floor.
Maybe
He'll
it
make
wasn't able to cut it.
Yeah, he'll make an insight check, because everything alludes to your story. Even with that D4 insight guidance, like he's a little bit sketched out right now. You guys are like literal crazy people, never been to this town, never met Alonso, who is a local. But yeah, the guard has been escorted deep underneath the good doctor's chambers. As he rounds this corner, he kind of like signals for y'all to stand back. This is, his jurisdiction. So he steps inside.
In the room?
Into the room.
Like
Is it
the
dark?
stone door room?
Yeah, the stone door room.
Okay.
Is anybody going with him?
Behind him.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I stealth and I go in as stealthily as I can, though.
Yeah, same.
I follow.
Okay. So yeah, you guys can move your tokens inside. You note that there is just...
I'm still on the regular
Yeah.
Oh,
menu. I'm not in the dungeon.
well,
Oh, there
I'm
we
glad you mentioned that, because I was on it. And so the guard paces
Oh, no.
himself. And so as he approaches, you can see that there's this big pool of water that seems to retreat down into the depths. and there's these pillars that are still holding up the cavern above. What are you struggling with?
I can't
I
move.
can't move my token. It says its game is paused.
Same.
How about now?
Boom.
Yeah.
We're in.
Great. So yeah, you all cusp into the entryway of this room, and you look over at the pool of water, and you can see it has this greenish hue, this glow that seems to kind of like bounce around the room. It's the only thing that creates this unearthly presence, as though, you know, you're on a different plane of existence. And you look about, there's, you know, several parchment books and scrolls, arcanic type,
That's a mind flayer.
yeah, that are all scattered about. And so you can see that there's even on the far side a way to feed whatever is being currently restrained in the center of the room. And as you look upon,
Is it one of those like duck crank food dispenser, like at the lake?
yeah, like a hamster bottle that kind of like drips into the lake itself. And as you gaze upon this entity that seems to be kind of stuck in just space itself, seems to be floating about, go ahead and make a perception check. The guard beckons you all to stay back as he approaches.
Keep your voice down.
These rolls are rough. Nice.
And so Laszlo, as the guard gets closer, you can see the figure start to stir, and you all note that the creature's stirring, but there seems to be restraints that have been removed. They're just sinking to the water below.
I will immediately just like, be careful, and like push him out of the way, like just like to like push him back, like seeing him stir and move as he gets closer.
I was
Like,
gonna
hold
say
him back.
I'll do the same thing. So if we can, yeah.
Alonso, not too quick, unfortunately, but you can give advantage to Laszlo. So basically, being next to each other, and Laszlo, make a strength
Hurl me.
check as you try to pull the guard back. Is that what you suggested?
Yeah, or like, you know, if this thing's ready to attack, like just like tackle him out of the way, basically.
Okay, we'll make your strength check with advantage. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Check.
Fingers crossed. Nice.
That's actually pretty good for me. Oh God.
Yeah. So, okay. one thing from me. Ooh.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, you're able to pull the guard back before his feet touch the water.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
I want to get into a flanking position. And stealthily, please.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Fuck yeah.
It's my favorite check.
Oh no.
Dude, I rolled the exact same thing.
All right, which side are you going to, Bruce?
I would have gone counterclockwise. I'm hitting a wall.
And so Laszlo and Alonso are both along this wall right next to the guard. So that leaves Salvatore and Kai. And so Bruce, with that stealth check, you get to about here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll also stealthily move clockwise.
With Bruce or without Bruce?
Clockwise, so like the other side of
Okay.
Bruce. And I make stealth check.
Yeah, do a stealth check. You shouldn't have disadvantage anymore.
You always seem like a clockwise person to me.
And so you can move your token anywhere in this room. That's stealth check.
I guess I'll move and I'll like be. This is like a pillar here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna like position myself in such a way that whatever's on the platform would have a difficulty seeing me.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, yeah, about yay.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, you've gone unnoticed. All of you do note that there's kind of like a breath arising and falling to this entity's mid quarters. And so I believe everybody had acted this turn. What's up?
I was just gonna do some
Okay.
talking if I'm able to.
Oh, he guided the guard. But
Oh yeah.
you can try and... is there something else you'd like to do, Kai?
I was just gonna get maybe behind a pillar, on the other side of this guy here, so just so I'm not like in plain sight, straight in view of the mind flayer.
Okay. So the mind flayer had actually. How do I describe this? Well, you're all saying mind flayer, so it just helps to say it out loud. But yes, this entity, this creature, this mind flayer, as Laszlo has put like a name to the notes, so to speak, has these tentacles that kind of like tap the water itself. And as he watches with like his mind's eye, because he doesn't have to like use his eyes themselves, like he's waiting for someone to touch the water. And so the guard himself, having been pulled back from Laszlo, did not touch the water. Damn it, my cat is being a bitch. Literally clawing my shit. Anyway.
I tell the guard, like, be careful. Like, his restraints are out, and something seems off about this water.
Do you believe us now?
Yo, what kind of good doctor has a setup like this? Let's go try to find him. I'm gonna move on like towards the staircase over here.
Okay. Are you guys leaving this entity?
Ooh, if it's not being disturbed.
Close the door. Close the door behind us.
Entity.
Is it how much in the water is it, if at all?
It is like half in the water. It's sitting on like an altar that's sunken underneath the water. So think of it like a pool that has like a big stone slab, and it's resting on the stone slab, about half of its body. So like it's water, there's water all along its chest, and that, you know, pools off into the big pool underneath.
What I want to do is I have 2 poisonous mushrooms, it looks like, in my inventory. I want to toss one of them in the water and see what happens. I tell everyone to like stand back a little bit, and I want to toss one of the poison mushrooms in there.
Yeah, everybody.
Soup?
Yeah, something like that.
Am I able to move over to where I put myself when he does that, or should I move myself back?
No, you could be doing this meanwhile. It seems as though everybody's on like a different page. So.
Yeah, I'll back up.
Okay, I'm back. So you're throwing the poisonous mushrooms into the water. Is that your idea?
Singular.
Singular
Yeah,
poison
the one
mushroom.
singular poison mushroom. Yeah. To see what happens. And I tell the guard and Kai to get back a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, the guard, sword drawn. He looks very weary, a little bit shaken. He'll actually make a wisdom save, because this looks like a very frightening predicament. Yeah, he's not frightened, so to speak. But, yeah, you're tossing the mushroom into the water, onto the creature. Where are you tossing it?
Oh, like, we'll say, how do I do an arrow?
X.
X.
And you hold it
Okay, I'm
down.
going to try to do this. There we go. Like around this area.
Oh, okay.
Like in the water. See how it reacts, but not like on top of the creature.
Sure. Go ahead and make a, just roll a d20, because you're just tossing it underhand into the water. If it's low, like, it's just going to look foolish. If it's high, like,
DC 20, you said?
Just roll a d20.
Oh, I almost had a 1 there myself.
Yeah, and so as you take this mushroom out of your bag of holding, I would assume it is, and so you pull it out and you dust it off. You activate the spurs with like the spores with like a flick of your finger, and they start to like vibrate and produce this gas that seems to kind of like radiate necrotic energies. And so you toss it into the water, and as it plops, you look at the mind flare for a reaction, and you receive it. As though waiting on cue, this entity immediately opens up its eyes, and then you watch as a third eye opens, and it blasts all 3 of you with a mind blast.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I have a theory.
Mind blast.
A game theory. Oh, sorry.
So it's a DC saving throw.
Come on, guys.
DC saving throw. Intelligence?
Intelligence save, yeah.
Okay, I'm down with that.
oh, okay.
You're a smart boy.
Oh man!
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
I saw the 14, and that was
Yeah.
Dylan's.
Okay.
And so you watch in horror as though these radiant like beams of light, almost as though his eye just kind of like expands and comes straight out at you, as though
so
some poor 3D red and blue rendering, and it just completely blasts through your mind. You feel it like pass through you, and it's though like your brain shivered as it shakes in your skull. The guard essentially drops his weapon and shield, and he just holds his hands to his head, and he starts running into the wall, literally like collapses on the wall, passed out, unconscious. And then
I told
Kai,
you we
you
should've
succeeded,
gone!
so you only take half damage, and you phase it. You completely absorb it into your body, and using your druidic grace, you're able to pass it straight through your system. It kind of like circulates, and you hold it just for a split second before letting it go. Laszlo, you try to take the inventive approach. You try to understand what's happening. You know, science is the answer, not magic. And so you're unable to fathom all of the ideas that are assaulting your brain all at once. So you take the full 19.
Oh, it's 19 damage? Jeez. Okay. Off to
Cat.
a great start there.
Meow.
So, yeah, you're all stunned too.
Stunned?
Even me.
Except
What?
Kai.
For a
Okay.
minute?
For a full minute.
What?
What?
You can
Oh,
repeat the saving
no.
throw at the end of each of your
Oh.
turns.
Okay. It's like that's the entire combat there.
Dang.
Alright, and so we are going to be re-rolling initiative though.
Oh boy.
Oh, I thought we were able to keep that.
Laszlo, did you threw the mushroom in between it and us? Is that right?
Yeah.
Hooray.
Maybe I should have done it away from us.
Hey, it was one better. Nice.
That's my favorite plugin so far.
I told you we should have ran.
Yeah, he's right.
I would say something, but I'm stunned.
My can I share my outside of game theory of on what was stopping it from moving?
The
Sure.
water?
What are you thinking?
Like the stillness of the water, like the serenity of it, like when as soon as it was disturbed, he was released.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, well, you guys can investigate later. You'll find out.
Okay,
But
cool.
right now-
if it wasn't right,
Yeah.
then that's all. Don't explain anymore. I just want to know
I
if that
love
was
your
right or
theory. Theory is like half right. I don't want to get into detail. That's all. So Mind Flayer
Perfect.
is he rolled his initiative up at the first bat is Salvatore. What are you doing?
All right, the Mind Flayer is still in the greenish liquid, correct?
Yeah, this is wading water. Like you can walk through it without a problem.
Why would you want him to walk through it?
Define
So
without a problem.
suspicious.
Oh, I asked. Did I notice like what happened to the mushroom? Did it like fizz or like anything bad happen when it touched the water?
The only thing you note is that the mushroom has sunk into the bottom. It doesn't seem to be like acidic water, and the mushroom itself, had its own chemical reaction, but it has nothing to do with the water. But if you would like to be ultimately certain, make an Arcana check.
Okay.
I mean, water's water, right?
I mean, I guess that's what Salvatore would think. He looked at the water and it seemed okay, and the mushrooms there, and everything's great. I guess would this be difficult terrain for me?
It is less than knee deep, so I'll say it is not difficult terrain.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and I guess I'll do, and you said I could use Rite of Storm on my Mangosh and I could use Rite of Flame on my Rapier?
So the way your rights
Or I have
work,
to do it once at a time though?
exactly, once at a time.
Okay, so I'll just, I'll take out my Rapier, cast Rite of Flame.
Okay. You take 3 fire damage as it ignites your rapier.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to, I guess I'll come out from behind my pillar and race behind the Mind Flayer to try and distract him from my friends and attack.
Okay. Yeah,
Ooh,
with
and-
your
And I
What's
use
up?
my main gauche as well with the attack.
No, you cannot, because you just
Okay.
ignited your rapier as a bonus action.
Okay, I was confused.
You
about
have
the,
it. You have it
attack.
out. You have it out, but you used your bonus action to ignite your rapier. That's the very first time you use your right in a fight. You ignite. Your main gauche is bonus actions on subsequent turns. You're stabbing with it as a bonus action.
Okay.
But you have it out. It's out, and you're, parry stance with it.
Okay.
And so 18 to hit, 14 piercing damage plus 3. As you sink it straight through this rapier's backside, you're able to leap off of this small indent, and you land on the slab just where the Mind Flayer was resting. And as he blasts out, this giant eye beam radiates across the corner of this room. You are able to get behind him, and you shank him straight through where you assume his heart to be. And you watch as his head, Exorcist style, turns towards you, and tentacles rear up, about to consume you. But you can withdraw. You're not. It's not like a reaction or attack or anything.
Okay. I guess I'll bonus action blood curse.
You
of
already
light.
bonus actioned using your Rite of Flame.
Okay, I didn't realize. All right, thank you.
Yeah, we'll get to that page eventually.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was your turn. Alonso, what would you like to do?
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Can I freely search my mind if there's a way I know how I could get Alonso or help not Alonso, Laszlo out of his stunned state?
Sure, make a medicine check. No, like you see him like wobbling, and it's though like his brain is on like the outside of his head as he's trying to like catch it and try to put it back in. He's so lost in this daze that you can't really help him.
All right, I kind of like screech to a stop, like as I was running up the stairs, and turn around and just do a hunter's mark, and got some inspiration actually from my ranger player last night. My new idea for hunter's mark is that it's anybody watch Avatar: Last Airbender? It's similar to like Toph's like blind sight, how she like taps the like kind of like senses the senses where they are when I close my eyes and kind of like sense where they are with that. So, anyways, that's just for me. Y'all don't have to. You don't have to describe that, Elliot. Don't worry about it. But that's just for my mind's eye. Anyways, hunter's mark. And longbow.
And so you rear back an arrow, and you close your eyes just for a split second, and they light up with this eternal fire that illuminates the Mind Flayer behind this pillar. However, its erratic movements create such a disruption in the flow that you're unable to feel like its presence as you seek to pinpoint its vitals, and you're unable to land the arrow as it flies south.
Damn it! All right, I'm gonna move around the back of it, trying to flank it. Just get some. These are pillars, right? Can't really get behind the ones over here, so I'll just I'll kind of like wedge myself in between this like altar and this pillar, whatever this is over here.
Yeah, this looks to be like an area for prayers, or as like a feeding altar. Like maybe you would hold, like a small animal or an object and like cradle it like a table.
Gross. All right, yeah. Then I'll stay here.
Okay. Laszlo, you're currently stunned. Go ahead and give us an intelligence save.
Come on, man.
Be smart, man. Oh.
I used all my natural 20s earlier.
So unfortunately, Laszlo, you are still attempting to just collect your thoughts, and this is the only time in your life that thoughts have been tangible. And so you're trying to pull back these core memories and past inventions, your blueprints. You can see them clearly out in the open air before you. The Mind Flayer is going to completely spin around after Salvatore had assaulted him from behind, and he is going to do one of these. He'll lash out at you with his tentacles, missing.
Ooh.
Ooh, that would have been that's a good miss.
And let's see what else you can do. He's got other things, but they won't happen yet. So that's gonna be his turn. He'll try and wrap around you. There's like this shadowy flow to him, and he basically tries to position himself to where like you're in the way, Salvatore, of your allies, like a shield. So Kai, it's now your turn.
All right, I am going to try something here. I'd like to cast Shape Water at the 9 o'clock position in the pool, and just create some like bubbles in the water, and hold my concentration just on like making some like splashes over, facing the west direction from where he is now.
Sure. And what is your objective?
I'm testing a theory that he has some sort of like water sonar, and I'm trying to mess with him. Which may or may not be right. It may or may not be a waste of a turn.
No road, no stone unturned.
It could distract
That's a good theory.
So just like, yeah, some splashes happening to the left of him is what I was thinking.
Okay. And so, yeah, directly behind him, as he's trying to position himself the other side of Salvatore, Salvatore as well, you hear these like bubbles and crackling of like water, mist, just everything water sounds can make, like something's under the water, just providing this jet propulsion, and it's very distracting and disorienting. You acknowledge, Salvatore, in your dueling stance, that this entity is kind of like shuffling about, trying to get a grasp on his surroundings. Bruce, it's now your turn.
I
You can
want to
move, Kai.
go into a low crouch and start running towards him. And as I'm running, I want to let go 2 of my batterings. I'm going to attempt to daze him.
Okay.
So that's oh shit.
So yeah, click batarangs in your features. Key
In the
dual batarangs.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
You'll
So
want to
that's
click it
one.
click it twice. And let it roll. Give it a second. That's an 8 to hit, which misses, unfortunately.
Ooh, come on, baby.
That's a 17, which does hit.
Sick. All right. I don't
You're
think
trying to-
does it do damage.
Uh,
One.
So, yeah,
plus
you-
dex bludgeoning damage. Oh, sick.
so the way this ability works, because it is your custom subclass, is you're using a key point to throw these as an action. So you still have
Right.
your bonus action available, but
Okay.
you're throwing 2 batarangs as an action. And so targeting the head of a creature, they must make a con save. So
Oh yeah,
I'll do
DC
that.
13.
Nice.
Awesome.
And so
Um,
if he's hit by 2 of them and fails both saves, that's what dazes them.
so he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Yes, so he
And-
does have disadvantage on his next attack roll. However, if both of them hit, it would have been like super dazed. That's the idea. So yeah,
Yeah.
he does have disadvantage, which is great for his next attack roll.
All right, then I will, as I'm moving forward, leap, try to get on this altar, and then I'm going to use key fueled attack and make an attack action as a bonus.
Okay. And so you're expending another key point?
No, it's because I spent a key point.
Because you spent a key point. Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. And so yeah, you throw these 2 batarangs, watch as one of them impacts him straight in the cranium, and as his head goes back, you use the momentum that you created, and you leap over with your athletic grace, landing on this concrete slab, and then you rear back for a quick punch to his gut, or at least where you imagine his gut is. And so yeah, 11 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, yes.
That's your turn?
Yes, sir.
All right, Salvatore. Bruce is at your side.
Yeah,
Oh, damn it. No, it's too late.
I'm gonna go ahead, bonus action, Blood Curse of Binding on him.
Okay.
Ooh, there it is. So,
He does succeed.
drat. And in retaliation, I stab him with my rapier.
And so you take a moment, you wave your hand over him, and as you watch the blood under his skin kind of ripple with the effect that you know to humanoids. However, it's as though his alien blood is not something you can firmly grasp in your mind. And so instead, you go for Old Faithful, and you rapier strike him. Go ahead and roll your right damage, too.
Oh.
Perfect. And so, yeah, with an extra fire damage, you sink your rapier straight through its gullet, the same indent that's left by Bruce's knuckles. And you ignite the blade within him, and you watch as it like chirps, and then it looks into your mind, Salvatore. And as there's this brief tether, this connection, you can hear his thoughts. Why do you do this?
You are clearly the forces of darkness. Ones such as I slay the forces of darkness on a regular basis. Sometimes for fun.
You'll watch as his tentacles reach for the rapier as you pull it out of his gut. Alonso, your turn. Unless you wanted to move, Salvatore.
No, I'm in the thick of it now. Oh, did I really take that much damage?
He'd never hit you?
Yeah. I should only have 3, right?
Yeah, -3.
Yeah.
I'll give it back. See what happens. You're dead.
I'm dead now. Oh, coinciding.
Oops.
There we go. Great. Alonso, it is now your turn.
All right. I pull out an arrow and say, "Come on, Old Faithful," and I kiss the bow, and I pull the bowstring back, and I mark the what's his name with the planar warrior, and take a shot.
Nice.
Man.
Yeah, so you feel the tether, but there's these necrotic energies that seem to be circulating through the room, so you can't quite grasp, the exact pinpoint vital location that would apply the direct amount of force you would need to really do him a good one. So unfortunately, you missed.
I would like to free action, take another arrow out, and break it over my knee in frustration.
Okay. It's one of the +1 arrows. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I knew you were kidding.
All right, so we're over at Laszlo, still stunned. Please make an intelligence save.
I will try to make an intelligence save.
Unfortunately,
Fucking God.
it lasts a minute, so you're like almost halfway there. So Laszlo still unfortunately unable to get his senses. He's still wobbling around. You see him actually fall over now, and he pushes himself back up, only to be writhing on his back at the moment. The Mind Flayer, having been pierced in the gullet by Salvatore and by assaulted by Bruce, he's going to rev up a Mind Blast. He's going to look at both of you.
Oh, fuck me.
And it's a intelligence saving throw.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Wow.
DC 15. Go for it.
God. Is this a range that... can I deflect missiles?
Deflect his
You
mind.
catch it in midair.
And throw it back at him?
Intelligence.
Yep, intelligence save throw.
Oh, it's just straight intelligence. My bad.
Yeah, it's a saving throw. So it's at the bottom of the
Oh, I
that
keep
button.
forgetting to do that. Well, I fail.
25 damage.
Oh, that's so much.
There we go, Salvatore.
Yeah, Salvatore succeeds. You are currently stunned, Bruce, but Salvatore, you take half. I think. Succeed. Oh, so Kai, you didn't even take damage from the first Mind Blast. I thought it was half damage. So Salvatore, you take no damage, and you successfully elude out of the way as this beam of brain energy flies straight in that cone. Basically, this entire section where these pillars are, and you even watch the pillars themselves begin to crumple underneath this psychic weight that is being thrown in their direction. It's as though the entire area around you.
He
What
has
do you got?
disadvantage. He has disadvantage.
On attack rolls.
Oh, motherfucker. That's not
But-
an attack roll?
He's still dazed, mind you. So, like, when he makes a tentacle attack, he'll have to do a disadvantage.
You're making a saving throw. It's not an attack roll.
God damn it.
And so now he's kind of like, having let out this Mind Blast, he'll be frantically like swatting around him with his arms and his tentacles, because he's still a little bit confused by the ripples behind him. So Kai, what would you like to do?
I'm debating on if I want to help Laszlo, but I think at the moment I'm not. Sorry, Laszlo. I'm going to
Wow.
come over here, get a clear shot, and throw the Staff of Tides at him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice. And so you watch Kai heft his staff in his hand just for a split second. And as he's tossing it up in the air, the last time it hits his hand, it turns into this beam of icicle, this water energy missile that he throws directly at the Mind Flayer. However, it doesn't fly true.
Oh wait, no, yeah, that's right. It's a save, so it's yeah.
But no, this is Kai attacking. He was unable to land a mark on the Mind Flayer himself. Anything else, Kai?
Do I notice my splashing doing anything whatsoever?
It's disorienting him, but when he's getting hit by like bare knuckles that do a lot of damage and a rapier that does an even more amount of damage, like he's able to focus like that's the threat.
Right. I'm gonna keep my concentration for now, just to be petty.
Okay. Sounds good. Bruce, your turn.
Fucking whale, man. Let's do it.
You are stunned, I believe.
Oh, son of a bitch. So nothing then?
You do have to roll an intelligence save.
Oh, that's fun. I wanted to do that way more than make an attack roll.
Who doesn't want to make intelligence saves?
And he succeeds. And so you're no longer stunned.
Back. That's my turn, I
Wow.
guess.
Really?
Yeah,
I know, right?
Wow.
That's funny.
Sick.
Yeah.
Loving it.
So you do get yourself out of this stupor. Salvatore, kind of, meanwhile, is doing what?
I'm gonna. He doesn't make physical attacks, really, does he? I mean, I
might.
guess that's yeah. Yeah. I guess I will attack with my rapier. And critical fail.
It's a fail. Yes.
And I will, I'll take the L on that one. I'm going to continue to fight him bravely.
You have your bonus action.
Yes, I as far as options for the bonus action, I want to keep the parry up just in case he lows roll. So
Very good. So yes, in that case, you can totally move around him. By the way, the water itself is less than knee deep. So the slab you're on is maybe like a foot out of the water. Like a foot, like the water itself, like there's a lower level and then the slab is on that. So it's still underwater, but it's like a foot. Like
okay.
1 foot. So like you can move here, here, here.
I'm just I'm not obstructing anybody. I'll stand my ground. I'm
Okay.
fighting him.
Sounds good. Yeah, you and Bruce are toe to toe, kind of like exchanging blows with this guy. Alonso, meanwhile, what would you like to do?
I am actually going to pull out one of the +1 arrows this time. And
Okay.
take a shot at the thing with it.
Sounds good. I like the flavor of you breaking an arrow in frustration and then pulling out the good arrow.
Fuck
So
this.
I somehow accidentally have 20 +1 arrows. I'm pretty sure you originally gave me 5, right? Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, I remember it was 6
And I
or
think
5, so
And I think I've used 2, so is it okay with you saying I have 3 left?
sure, I'll give you 1 for free. So 3 after this. So go ahead and fire away.
Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say 2 after this. All right, cool. Shooting the arrow. All right, I'm trying to shoot it. Like it's.
Oh, you don't have to shoot the specific arrow. Just use your longbow and we'll add the +1s.
Gotcha. Motherfucker.
Unfortunately, yeah, your arrow does not
Actually, a
fly
lot
true.
All right.
Yeah, you feel the energy of this arrow, this finely crafted ammunition, like vibrate in your hand, and you're ready to see some damage. Unfortunately, the arrow is unable to find purchase as it whizzes off, impacting the wall.
Slams into the wall, breaks the wall like the stone of the wall.
Yeah, like adamantium. It leaves like this crater. Okay.
Yeah, really nothing else.
By the way, using Planner Warrior now, it does activate for your next attack. It's a weird kind of system, but it's just whatever your next attack is. You can use it right now, is what I'm suggesting.
No, I know, but it doesn't matter. I just might as well use it on my turn anyways, because it's
Okay.
supposed to be on the same turn. But I appreciate you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I forgot about Planar Warrior is you have to be within 30 feet. So ranged is.
I did. Yeah, I did not forget that, but it makes me sad for things like
Yeah,
my
in the
long-range
future.
character.
Yep. So Laszlo,
Two-handed.
yeah, it's an idea. Laszlo, meanwhile, you are still stunned. How would you like to proceed?
Be
You
stunned.
have advantage. You may roll once
I
more.
have advantage now. I'm not going to argue. Fucking lord.
I think 15 does it. Yeah, 15 was the minimum, so you are no longer stunned.
Oof.
It's still a 10. Jeez, man.
It worked in my favor. So yeah, you finally collect yourself, and you're able to dust yourself off. There's currently combat, a brawl happening in the water. Splish Splash taking a bath. The Mind Flayer is going to attempt to get his. The guard had a brain melt. Like, he died from that first Mind Blast.
He died from the first mind. Oh my.
Yeah, he's just a guard.
It was
Yeah.
19 damage, man.
Yeah, 19. What a bitch. He's gonna... So, unfortunately, unable to collect his own mind, it's still rearing from the last psionic beam it let out. It's going to, with disadvantage, use tentacles at one of you. I'll roll for it, just so it's not unfair.
I bet you that guard believes us now.
This is at Bruce.
Spirit.
All right, Bruce, with disadvantage, attacks you 18 points of psychic damage.
I'm so dead.
Yeah, you're watching this comic battle between Bruce, the Mind Flayer, and Salvatore, and it's as though tentacles wrap around Bruce's arms and pulls him directly up to where he's touching body to body with this Mind Flayer, and you feel this thrum of energy radiate through your body, and you fall limp and lifeless. However, the tentacles are now pulling you up towards its maw.
What?
And you look with horror as two large tentacles separate, and this giant beak begins to chip away at you. That'll be next turn. Kai, it's your turn.
Now there's Salvatore.
Oh man. Man, what do I want to do?
Help?
Help. Are you unconscious?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cast Healing Word on my friend Bruce.
Okay. You're currently grappled because you were unconscious. However, yes, you are back, to breathing. You are currently grappled.
Oh, this sucks.
You get a couple HPs. And then I will
Thank you.
cast
Is it this one?
Thorn Whip on this guy.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, 19 hits. And you can pull him, too, if you choose.
I choose to pull him.
Great. Yeah, you can pull him up to 10 feet. And so, yeah, he doesn't even get to roll against that.
Ooh.
So 1 point of
Pull him
damage.
just 5 feet off the little pedestal there.
Okay. Yeah, he trips into the water somewhat, and you can tell that there's this sense of, disorientation. Like, he's still unaware of, where everyone is in the room, especially you having pulled him directly into the water with your Thorn Whip.
Is Bruce moved with him?
Bruce is, yeah, he's grappled, so he does move with.
Shit.
And that's my turn.
All right, Bruce Vavain.
All right. What? I want to make whatever kind of check I need to make to get out of this.
Yeah, and one thing I noted, and some of you might have pointed out, you're grappled from the tentacles, but you're also stunned until the grapple ends.
Really?
Yeah, so I will give you a strength
stunned.
save with disadvantage to break out of this, as you breathe in this life that Kai provides. The disadvantage strength
Oh,
save.
that's one. That's two.
And let's see what he has. He's pretty reliant. Let's see if he can
Oh, no.
hold you down.
Might be the end.
Makes it, breaks it.
Oh, okay, one more strength save.
Again?
Yeah, because we tied.
Yes.
And so you are no longer stunned as you pull yourself out of these tentacles that wrap around his mind, and his beak closes, and the maw begins to fold back in on itself.
Amazing.
You
I'd
have
like.
your movement. That's all.
Can I do a bonus action?
I would let you do a bonus action.
I would like to take patient defense.
Okay.
It's my last key point. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, and then I'll end my turn.
All right, Salvatore, your turn.
Ooh, seeing as Bruce just had this terrifying encounter, Salvatore's gonna jump in and attempt to slay the foul beast.
Nice.
And then
Yeah,
I roll for my right.
Yep. Add the right damage. Nice. So 13 plus 3. As you sink your rapier in, Bruce barely able to duck, dive, and roll out of the way onto the slate platform. You jump over him, impaling this mind flayer straight through the shoulder, and you let out this burst of flame that, as you unsheath it, you watch him reel in pain. Why, interloper? And this is in your brain, Salvatore.
Why do you attack us? It is simply in our nature. I slay the dark. You are the dark. I also say, I know it might have added and I didn't see it, but all I saw was the 13. I didn't say the extra 3 right damage. But
I thought I did it. I'll add it.
Okay.
Just for extra intimidating points as you Mark of Zorro in the air. Oh! All right, Alonso.
Come on, come on, come on.
19 hits?
I was going to say, hold on, +1 arrow.
Yes.
Okay. And so yeah, that'll be 7, 8 damage. Whoops.
Oh, well, I didn't say it, but can I please?
Yeah. Ironically, the turn before I was like, you should totally do it now.
I know.
Yep.
It doesn't last by turns, but I appreciate that. All
Yeah,
right.
it's until next attack. Either way, yeah.
7, 10, all right, 17 or 18, cool. Woo, finally something.
Yeah, and so as this arrow sinks straight through its body, you watch as it kind of explodes within him, and it completely separates his mid-torso from his upper breastplate. And so he falls in 2 pieces into the water. Combat's over.
Oh, Jesus, finally. Thank y'all for loosening him up for me.
I'm glad I could help.
Salvatore wades towards Bruce to help him off the platform and get him back to shore.
I can barely stand.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on Bruce.
We gotta stop meeting like this.
Except for some reason, when I click the roll button, it's glitching out. It just has empty frames.
I was able to click
I
it.
think I did it.
Either way, that was a good roll. You want it?
That's a good one. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you a Tide Pod.
One time pod. Whoops.
Wait,
Looks like
did I
you
go-
yeah, you went the other way. But that's okay, I got you.
Wait, I was at. Oh shit! Because I had some healing before.
Yeah, I added it for you. So that's with
got it.
everybody's healing. Yep.
Okay.
And so yeah, you tap Bruce on the shoulder, or how would you describe it, Laszlo? Your gadgetry.
Oh, it's my gloves. The
Okay,
zappy, like green, like healing thingy.
Zappy electrical body of water. Okay, so you sink your hands onto
That,
Bruce.
like give like a little green aura, like I guess like as nerdy as it sounds, like Naruto. You know, whenever they're doing the healing, they have those like green energy, that thing. But it's like metal gloves that like give that.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly dangerous looking because I am a goblin. And...
Oh, of course. There's going to be your personal touches. I was just getting on the fact where it's you're in a big body of water and you're using electricity. But jokes aside, yeah, super sick. Jokes aside,
I swear, I'll get through one of these combats without passing out. I promise.
One of these days.
You are essential to our group. We need you, Bruce.
So we should probably try to catch up to this asshole.
Yeah, let me just examine this real quick. I want to examine the body, see if there's anything on it, like any sort of like clues I could use, any sort of anything that could like maybe help
Oh.
condemn Elric or anything.
Certainly,
Or
make an
if there's anything I
investigation.
could just use
Is the guard dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
He really. Yeah.
What's the rule? Like double HP? Is that what it takes to kill somebody?
Is that the rule?
Or-
I mean, his brain melted, and nobody really did anything.
Yeah, when they're not
Well, he
not
wasn't even in
characters too.
combat.
No, he got mind blasted, but even if he was just unconscious, we didn't touch him for rounds. We just left him there.
True.
That's true.
I didn't even see
Yeah,
him there until just now.
However, Laszlo, you are able, because of the way his body was kind of separated from itself, you're able to adequately use a medicine check, by the way, to pull out certain limbs, tendons, those that you might find useful, like the heart is intact, the brain is intact.
Do I know anything about this kind of creature? Is this like a creature I would know about, or is this a chimera-like creature in this
Make
world?
a religion check as our
Oh.
nature
I don't know
guy.
anything about religion.
Oh, okay. Well, with your investigation roll, Laszlo, and a proper medicine check, you were able to successfully get his brain, one hand, and one heart.
One-handed.
And just to give you an idea of the value of them, just for your own personal, like, oh, this is, the value of an object like that. There you go. We'll use that.
Your bag must smell like shit.
His pocket dimension must smell like shit.
Yeah, it's pocket dimension.
Gross.
So,
Wait, we keep all of our stuff in there.
what did you send?
It's in the chat for Foundry. However, as a reminder, I'm
I don't see
also
it.
taking notes.
It says
It's
dot.
a picture.
It's a blank.
Is it blank for
page.
everybody?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Not for me.
I see it.
I see it.
I do not.
Is that 200 gold pieces or 200 silver?
200 gold pieces.
Wow.
And the hand is
Ooh.
5 each.
Oh my
He only got one hand, though. The other hand was kind of removed from his body unwillingly. And so, overall, there's nothing really incriminating on this corpse, and you were able to salvage some great anatomical elements.
He was a good guy, just misunderstood.
And Kai,
Right.
scouring his brain for this creature, whatever you just faced off against, and getting a name to it, the Mind Flayer, you're able to discern with a roll of 16 that these creatures belong in the Nether Hells. They're part of one of 12 demonic essences in the world. And just to give you all like a hint of what this means, it's and this is like common knowledge in the world, where the 12 constellations, they're part of the astral heavens. And so there's 12 demonic kind of like counterparts, and they're from the Nether Hells. And so this creature is what you would assume to be from the Nether Hells.
So, him housing a demon is not incriminating?
It's hard to pin it as a demon, because you've also seen demons in your travels, but it's definitely not from this world.
Ooh.
Being that I was totally untouched in that battle, feeling totally fine, and not realizing because they weren't like physically harmed, like not realizing they were actually like seriously fucked up in the battle. I'm like, all right, let's keep going. Like brush myself off and like start moving.
I agree. Let's try to get this doctor.
Salvatore goes to inform Eustace of that he should probably go get his superior.
Okay, make a persuasion check, and I'm assuming you're sheathing your rapier?
Yeah, I want to seem not murderous.
Okay. Yeah. Overall, and like general going about town, like you don't want to have your weapon out.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, 18, you're able to accurately convey everything that's going on. That the guard that went down below was, killed in the line of battle. He should get a medal, etc.
His family should get a stipend.
Yeah. You'll personally deliver it, etc. But Bruce and Alonso, you all head further down into the dungeon. You note, as you walk into the next room, the next chamber that seems to be used for, well, transporting people and monsters. And so you pass through and you notice that one of 3 grates that leaks down into the sewers beneath is open.
He got so much room on us. I'll go in it.
Okay.
I'll start following them.
I'll yell to everybody too. Be like,
He escaped through the grates. Let's go.
I'm not there. looking.
I'm
Are
gonna,
you
I'm gonna
okay,
see if
Alright,
I'm gonna see if there's any other entrances or any other doors, and see if maybe this is like a red herring.
Okay. So you make an investigation check, Alonso.
It's a sewer. There's no fish down here.
Well, just from looking through the next room, you can tell that there's a back door. There's what appears to be like a meeting place. This seems to be an area where Dr. Elric, and everyone can move their token if they'd like throughout the map. The whole thing's open. This room seems to have, well, a place to put offerings, to put storage, cargo, creatures, and giant cages. And there's also a very large exit that leads out into the sewer level beneath.
So this exit leads to the sewer, and then the grate also leads to the sewer?
Yeah, a better way to describe it is like this area, which has a very wide girth, like a way of transporting things. That would lead out to the port more so than this sewer grate. The sewer grate would definitely go down into the sewer system and the pipes and such. This exit, though, would probably be a good way of transporting goods.
Yeah, it's got a lot of girth.
Girthy.
If he took to the water, I might be able to catch him. I think I can swim faster than him, but we have no way of knowing which way he really went at this point.
Alonso, is there any like sort of footprints or like?
I was just getting ready to ask if I could roll survival for footprints, see which direction he might have gone.
Sure, both of you can make survival checks because both of you are attempting to track him down.
I'm not a tracker though.
Well, yeah, we'll see how well you do.
About me.
Oh yeah, Kai tries.
Kai tries. If it's not in water, I don't have to track it.
Like I said, I'm not a tracker.
The sounds are great. And Alonso also unable to pick up like a firm scent. At this point, it seems as though it's a 50-50.
Do we want to split
Split the party?
It's an option.
It's a dangerous option though. Me and Bruce are still pretty roughed up.
I'd like to, because I'm still within the hour, I'm gonna put my hunter's mark on Bruce. This way we can get back to you pretty easy if we get separated. We can split up, and if we have trouble finding you, I should be able to track you down pretty easy. You probably will smell like shit.
Did Bruce already go? Like, I think Bruce was like in the mindset.
The moment I saw the grate, I went into it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought happened, where he just immediately went.
Is he down in it and he's like gone, or is he just down in it?
He's gone.
I jumped in. In.
Like, you're all deciding which way did he go. Bruce is.
I should.
Right, well, whoever goes down the grate after him, I will put a hunter's mark on them.
Let's.
Okay.
I don't know about splitting up. If Bruce is already on his way, we should just follow him.
Well, I wouldn't. I don't want to take off just yet, but I definitely would have gone inside of this space. I don't know how deep it is. I don't know if I can still see you guys. But I'm inside of whatever this hole is.
Okay. How long does it take for Salvatore to deal with authorities?
Are you heading back downstairs? Is that the idea?
I tell Eustace, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wait with Eustace, or like I'm gonna wait for the authorities to come so that it doesn't look like we're fucking murderers. I'm like, hey, we're waiting, we're trying to help the best we can. We're not just trying to we're vigilantes, not vigil murderers.
Very nice. Okay, so you are waiting with the authorities. Then everybody else is trying to track. So in this case, we're gonna see how well you pick up his trail, and if you do pick up his trail, we can pursue him. If you don't pick up his trail, then everybody kind of gives up in a way. So those of you still underground, go ahead and make fresh survival checks. Bruce, you get yours with. I'll just add your DC will be lower. That's all.
Okay. Is this survival?
Yep, survival.
Clicking it and nothing's happening.
Where are you clicking it?
Oh, the
At the
display
top.
is still loading.
I don't have a character right now because it's loading.
Oh.
I want your shitty survival check.
Yeah, I'm stuck too. Are you guys on the next map?
I'm on loading 20%. I've been stuck on 20% for a while.
Same.
On display.
I see them.
I'm in Elric's.
I'm gonna reload.
Yeah, same.
Oh, and we lost Chris and James.
Yeah, they're just reloading.
They said they're really
They said they're gonna reload.
There we go.
Okay. So Alonso and Kai, you both are able to glean which direction he went. And as, Alonso mentioned, there being a potential red herring, a way for him to try and confuse you with the open door and the open grate. It's very clear that he tried to do this in haste. And you can see that there's kind of some slip marks where someone skidded in, very recent. So Kai had, touched the filth, the grime, the little tiny minuscule flora and fauna, gave it a quick, taste, tip of the tongue, and you were able to discern that was very recent. Yeah. So it was disturbed quite recently. And Alonso, you took that and you ran with it, and you were able to find the path that this individual took, having given that proper clue.
Sweet. Where'd he head?
He went down through the sewer grate. And so Bruce is a little bit ahead of you all, and he's able to kind of weave through the tracks, and he gets a good idea of what direction he went down in the sewers beneath. And so, as you all reconvene, which, by the way, how does Salvatore want to handle this situation? How soon did you go back down under?
Oh, are the authorities with me yet?
Yeah, and go ahead and make another persuasion check.
There we go. Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Welcome back.
Okay. What I miss?
Apparently we're chasing him.
Yep.
You're
And Salvatore,
you found him?
you found his trail. And so, yeah, all of you are
Where
able
was it?
to reconvene. He went out in the sewer grate. He popped
Oh,
it
it was in
open,
the
slid down. Yeah. So you were going
Okay, cool.
the right way. And then, Salvatore, you're able to basically convey everything that's happened, everything that's transpired. Eustace was kind of ushered away from the trap door, and you, as you're walking down, you slam the trap door behind you. Would you like to lock it from the inside?
The trap door?
Yeah. Or do you tell them that that's where you went, that's where you're going, etc.?
Yeah, I'm completely open and honest and letting him know, we're trying to get the one who caused the murder of your beloved guard. We're on the up and up here. And I asked, I'm like, hey, follow me if you want to find the person responsible.
Okay. And yeah, it's only Eustace that's there at the moment. This was kind of like a two-person job that turned into, one guy died.
Yeah, did Eustace go and get the other people?
It's a 15-minute journey for him to go.
Well,
Do you want him to do that?
I let Eustace know what we're doing and that this is where we're headed. and everyone should be investigating. I try to be as lawful, and then I pursue my friends.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to basically say a guard is dead down under, and you guys are pursuing the culprits. And overall, he doesn't know you. You're not from here. So it's hard to get a read on like how much he trusts you and your words. However, at the same time, you can tell that there's urgency from both of you. He's a little bit panicked being a rookie. And so you essentially leave without getting so much as a, okay, will do. But you can tell like he's trying to like jumble all of these thoughts. Like he might even follow you down below just to get a glimpse of the guard. So that might take a little bit of extra time. But yes, your thoughts have been conveyed.
Okay. Hopefully that's enough.
Yep. And so as you bolt down and you use your feline agility to like 90-degree angle some turns, like Sonic the fucking Hedgehog, you're able to catch up with your friends as Kai's the last one to jump down into the sewers. And you're able to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
How deep is the water?
The water itself is kind of a trickle. It's more or less like a very thin layer of water that's being flushed through this very tight, narrow sewer system. You can tell that, this is more so sludge than water. It's not really running water. Like the good fresh water, that's the stuff you'll find above ground, like in the aquifer way. This is more or less like pollutant and disposed of goods even. Like maybe someone is putting bodies down here if they wanted to. But all of this leads out into the open cliff face that is Deep Rock Port. So as you remember, you came on an airship.
Ooh. Are we about to have a fugitive moment?
It says I don't have a token to see the map, by the way.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, he's not here.
My warning said it was too big. So it was too big for
Hey,
my...
that's what she said.
I can see my token and I can interact with it, but I just can't see the map.
Oh.
It's just gray.
I also want to cure wounds myself before we get into anything else again.
Okay. Well, this is actually where we're going to stop. And before you guys see too much of the map, because long story short, you all are going off the cuffs, and I wasn't ready. So I'm excited for what happens next, because I'll have more time to prepare it.
I'm excited. Rob Imagination takes it.
Yep.
Wow.
And so, all of you, if you capture or end this man's career, you'll level up. I don't think you've earned it yet.
Wow.
I'm about to end this man's career.
But I worked so hard at that last fight.
You know what? We should have just murdered him. We would have leveled up right there. It would have been easier.
I mean,
Well, no, we need to bring him to justice. We don't
No, I know, I'm just-
murder
I'm
him.
just-
Salvatore almost single-handedly murdered a
Death
Mafia
is too
player.
good for you.
And so something to keep in mind is what happens when you level up, because we might even do it just like off the cuff, like you're level 5 now, congratulations. And most of you, it's like an extra attack or spells.
My
So I'll have those ready for you.
No worries. I was just being silly.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was
I want
really
that
fun.
proficiency bonus. that was a lot of fun though. That was crazy.